lessons and memories that last a lifetime. A few thoughts from Dan and Lori Rexwinkle of Rexwinkle Funeral Homes in Lamars and Akron.
Supporting our students in their endeavors at school is important to Prime Bank. Making sure that our students have the best chance for success is why we work hard to provide our backing. Prime Bank wishes all of our teams and groups good luck.
Hummers Lawn Care Service will provide you with the services needed for the best-looking lawn in your neighborhood. So whether it's thatching, fertilizing, or simply maintaining your freshly cut grass, call Hummers Lawn Care at 546-4087.
For all your construction needs, trust the Wilchin Brothers. They're a Better Business Bureau accredited business and will be there every step of the way to get your project done right. Call 546-4135 for Wilchin Brothers Incorporated. Bob's Bike Shop, your power sports headquarters. Yamaha, Can-Am, and Club Cars. They've got the ride that fits your wild side. Visit them today on Highway 75 North in Lamars. Proud sponsor of your local sports action.
The Lamars Knights of Columbus Council 1466 would like to wish our teams the best of luck in the game. The Knights of Columbus is proud to support our schools and many charities throughout the year with our pork chop dinners and fish fries. Check out upcoming events by visiting their Facebook page at Lamar's KFC. Tail Trends Dog Grooming supports all of our area high school athletes. At Tail Trends Grooming, your pet is sure to get spa-like treatment, bathing, grooming, and nail trimming available. Contact Tail Trends Dog Grooming today at 546-7318.
Top-notch automotive owners Jerry and Jason Mura can help with all your auto repair needs, from AC repair to transmission rebuilds, engine replacement, steering, suspension diagnostics, and more. Call 712-546-7430 or stop by Top-Notch Automotive, 1600 18th Street Southwest, Lamars.
It's now time for high school football on 1410 AM, 96.9 FM, KLEM.
McCarty in the pistol. He takes the snap. Bootlegs right. He's looking to throw. Now he turns it up the field and runs to the 10, to the 5, middle of the field. Cuts back left side. He's in. Touchdown, Gehlen Catholic.
High school football.
Pump fake. Lobs it up right seam for Crankus. Back there. And Brant Klein comes down with it at the 30-yard line. Brant Klein picks off his second pass.
With all the action, here's KLEM Sports Director Daniel Versteeg.
Well, we stepped out the door to come to Week 5 of the high school football season. It certainly didn't feel like late September, but tonight the action is continuing to heat up as much as it is heating up on as far as the temperature is concerned. It is Week 5 of the high school football season, second half of the regular season, as Gehlen Catholic includes non-district action on the road against unbeaten and top 10 ranked Woodbury Central in the final non-district game of the year for both these teams, with the rest of their schedule dictated by district games. Well, once again, good evening, everyone. Daniel Versteeg with you. Welcome into our Friday Night Football pregame show right here on KLEM Lamar's. Online audio is found on our website, KLEM1410.com. You can also watch this game on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. Well, it is a matchup that has been a very good one the last couple of years, whether it is in non-district play in the regular season or whether it has come in the postseason, of which it has come twice in the last 3 seasons. Gehlen Catholic and Woodbury Central know how to put on a show on the gridiron, and tonight certainly seems to be leaning toward that direction once again. The Jays are currently 2-2 on the season, and as they take this one break in district action, they are 2-1 in District 1, and currently into the playoffs if the season were to have ended last week. Meanwhile, Woodbury Central, they're firmly in postseason consideration. I think at this point it's going to be just about impossible for them to miss the playoffs as they sit 4-0 on the year and 3-0, the top team, one of the top teams in a pretty stacked Class A District 8. Woodbury Central, boy, they are coming off a nice victory, a nice set of victories, man. They have been really dominant this year. They beat a good Lawton Bronson team in Week 1. Of course, that's the annual Highway 20 rivalry that always is good, especially to open the season. And then the Wildcats didn't allow a point for 2 weeks. They beat West Monona 42-0 and Westwood on the road in Sloan 46-0. Got a really good test against a newcomer in Class A District 8, IKM Manning, when the Wildcats beat the Wolves by a score of 21-14. They got up early in that game and kind of let the Wolves hang around there late in that second half of play. But this Wildcat team is certainly still a very good-looking team. This team is led by the same quarterback that we got to see in the postseason last year, Jackson Verschoor. Boy, he is kind of a dual threat, a guy you got to watch out for. He's thrown for almost 800 yards this season in just 4 games. It's one of the top marks in Class A. He's also run for 160 yards and at a rate of 5 yards a carry already. So Gehlen Catholic's got to be ready for him. And then when you factor in all that he can do with the football, gosh, you got to give some credit to those wide receivers and their outstanding running back in Abe McGill, who's averaging over 100 yards a game at 116 yards every Friday night to start the season. The Wildcats certainly have earned the moniker of one of the best offenses in not just Northwest Iowa, but in Class A football, and they currently rank 7th in the state in total offense per game, nearly 400 yards a game offensively this season. Gehlen Catholic, meanwhile, they have struggled a bit offensively. Their numbers are not flashy, but they've done just enough to win 2 ball games out of their first 4. And they certainly did much better than the score would suggest last week against Hartley Melvin Sanborn. They did beat the Hawks by a margin of 27-15. That game was 27-0 at the end of the third quarter, and just kind of a lack of maybe intensity, I guess, if you will, in that fourth quarter certainly did the Jays in and let Hartley Melvin Sanborn hang around a little bit longer than a team that was down 27-0 entering the fourth quarter should have. And but Gehlen came away with a victory. They remain in the district playoff consideration, currently tied for 3rd. However, they do not have the tiebreaker since it is with Sibley O'Cheaton, who beat the Jays a couple of weeks ago. But Gehlen Catholic's starting to put it together. They're starting to play some really good football, and Coach Schindler, you're going to hear from here in our pregame show, knowing that, hey, the first couple of games didn't really go well. They haven't been playing their best football just in general all season, but they are improving. And this is the time to show that improvement, especially against the number 6 ranked team in Class A, per the latest Radio Iowa poll that came out on Monday, especially because you make mistakes against this team, they're going to make you pay. That's something we know full well. We saw that last year with how things finished up against Woodbury Central, and in a way, Woodbury Central learned that against Gehlen Catholic last year in the regular season when the Wildcats came to Lamar's as the number 1 ranked team in the state and left with their first loss of the year that time. So these two teams very familiar with each other, as we know. They've been non-district opponents for quite a while, and then, of course, meeting up in the postseason a couple of times here the last few years. So should be a good matchup, and we're looking forward to seeing what the Jays have in store for this Woodbury Central team that is looking to keep their unbeaten streak alive before they continue to get tested in Class A District 8. They'll be heading into Plymouth County next week when they take on Akron Westfield, and then they've got Logan Magnolia and St. Albert still on the schedule. Gehlen Catholic, this starts a really pivotal stretch for them if they want to contend near the top half of the playoff qualifiers in Class A District 1. The next few games in district play will certainly dictate a lot of that as they host MMCRU coming up on Friday night in a rare home game that we'll bring for you here on KLEM Radio, with Lamar's playing on Thursday night on the road. They also play South O'Brien on the road, no matter how good the Wolverines are or aren't. That game is always tricky. It's very tough to win in Paulina. And then West Sioux, a home game to finish out the regular season. Those are 3 pivotal games, and you probably need to win at least one of them just to make sure you can make the playoffs. If you win 2, I like your chances to potentially host a playoff game in the first round. But we'll see how things all shake out as the district schedule continues on. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, this game doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot for these two teams as far as playoff qualification. However, starting on Monday, the Iowa High School Athletic Association will be releasing Class A rankings along with Class 2A down to 8-player, all 4 of those small classes. They will start releasing those rankings, and those rankings are important because later on in the year they will use them for state tournament, state playoff seeding, who gets home games in the quarterfinal round, and good stuff like that. So these games still matter for that. If Gehlen picks off a victory and knocks Woodbury Central out, or if Woodbury Central beats a very good team, moves up into the top 5 of the rankings, that is certainly something that will be in consideration for the ranking committee that formulates those rankings from the Iowa High School Athletic Association. So again, it's Gehlen Catholic, and it's number 6 ranked Woodbury Central. It's a non-district game, but it could still be very important for these two squads going forward in trying to make sure they play their best football now here in the second half of the regular season, which starts tonight. Gosh, it's weird to say that, and it's even weirder to say that here when it is 80-something degrees. I think it is right at 80 degrees here, just a half hour, 20 minutes before kickoff. And, boy, what a gorgeous night. We could not have asked for a better September night of high school football here in Northwest Iowa and in Moville. We're glad to bring it to you here on KLEM. Before we get to the kickoff, which is coming up in about 20 minutes, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll be chatting with the head coach of Gehlen Catholic football. He is Coach Jeremy Schindler, a little hobbled tonight, but he's still going to put the work in to be the head coach of the Jays. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, as the game goes along, and we will have his interview with yours truly coming up in just a couple of minutes on our Friday Night Football pregame show, Gehlen Catholic and Woodbury Central, right here on KLEM Lamar's.
State Farm agent Michael Crank is a proud supporter of local athletics. Whether you are looking for auto, home, or health insurance, choose the agent that will be on your side. State Farm agent Michael Crank.
A home is a safe place to be, a roof over your head, and 4 walls to keep out the heat and cold. It's a child's laughter, a mother's song, and a father's strength. It's where we go for comfort and to share joy. It's your first school and your first church. It's where memories are shared. Hi, this is Julie Hurt, your Century 21 ProLink real estate agent. Whatever a home means to you, I am here to help you find the home you are looking for. Call 540-7757 and let me, Julie Hurt, help you make a house your new home.
Smithco Manufacturing in Lamar's would like to wish our area athletes a safe, successful fall season. For 30 years, Smithco has used great teamwork to produce the #1 selling side dump trailers in the country. To learn how you can join our winning team, go online at sidedump.com.
Total Motors, where our people make the difference.
Total Motors of Lamar's, your proud supporter of area athletics. Drive with confidence in a new Chevrolet or GMC. Visit them online at totalmotors.com or stop in today and experience hometown service with big league deals.
Peace Pizza House is your destination before and after the game. Whether you need to feed the whole family or just looking to get out before the game, make sure to stop at Peace Pizza House. You'll find many appetizers, burgers, salads, pasta, and of course, Peace Pizza House outstanding pizza selections. Your entire family is sure to find something they're looking for. Peace Pizza House would like to wish our local teams the best of luck this season.
Sioux City Yamaha, Can-Am, and Kawasaki. Your ride starts here. From Yamaha to Can-Am and Kawasaki, they've got the power, performance, and adrenaline you crave. Visit them today on Highway 75 in Sioux City. Proud sponsor of local sports action.
This is Jeremy Schindler, head coach for the Gehlen Catholic football team. You're listening to Jays Football on 1410 AM, 96.9 FM, KLEM.
We welcome you back to our Friday Night Football pregame show. It's right here on KLEM Radio. Daniel Versteeg with you, and now joined by the head coach of the Gehlen Catholic football teams, Coach Jeremy Schindler. His team getting ready to kick off with the number 7 ranked team in Class A, Woodbury Central, as the Jays finish off their non-district schedule, but they are coming into their non-district schedule on back-to-back wins, a victory over Hartley Melvin Sanborn last Friday night. And Coach, that was a tough one. We knew going into it. It was a road game. They were celebrating homecoming, the continuation of district play, and you guys got the job done pretty handedly throughout at least the first 3 quarters. What stood out most as you guys were looking over film and kind of rehashing the game with your team?
Yeah, they made some adjustments in the fourth quarter where they started to cut our offensive and defensive linemen. And that really slowed our pass rush down, and then it also slowed our ability to run block down too. You couldn't quite get the double team up to the linebacker, and so that kind of limited our rushing attack there in the fourth quarter, which kind of stalled out the offense. And then defensively, not getting that pass rush, they were able to sit back there a little bit. Quarterback had a little bit cleaner pocket in the fourth quarter and was able to make some plays. But, overall, you get the win and you just kind of move on from that and learn and get better as the week goes on.
How can you, maybe there is no answer to this question, but how can you address some of the, or look to try and fix some of the issues that might have plagued you? I know kind of how things went against Sibley Cheaton in the second half, and you didn't like how you played the middle quarters against Sioux Central, and then that fourth quarter against Hartley, Melvin, Sanborn. What have you done to, kind of address the issue of not always playing a full 4 quarters here so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's reps. Part of it is too is we aren't playing a ton of guys. We got about 14 or 15 guys that rotate in for us, and those are the guys that we feel are ready for varsity football. And so as the year goes on, we're getting in a little bit better shape, but we just got to make sure that every once in a while we just need everybody slow down, take a deep breath, and really do your job, whether it's on defense or offense, execute, and especially if that snowball's rolling down the hill and it's not going good for us, we just got to take a deep breath and then really execute that next play. And sometimes that's all it takes to get out of a funk.
Well, and hopefully staying out of a funk this week will happen. The Woodbury Central Wildcats, the opponent, the number 6 ranked team in Class A. Well, Coach, the last few years, this has been on your non-district schedule. Of course, last year you played them twice, including a thrilling home game in the playoffs that unfortunately went the way of the Wildcats. Familiarity is always critical when you play a team and knowing kind of what they like to do. What has stood out most about when you guys play each other and just the way they run their program here the last few years?
Yeah, Coach Bremer, he's really got things going over there. He's an outstanding football coach, and him and his staff do a great job each and every week of getting their players ready. I think offensively you look at them, and one of the things they do a great job is executing on offense, and they do a great job of getting in the correct play. They're able to kind of do a little check with me audible every once in a while that they kind of look and want to see what coverage you're in first, give a little dummy cadence, and then, the coaches call down and give them a hand signal, and this is the routes we want to see, or this is the run play we want to see, and so hopefully counter what you've done defensively. So we've worked really hard this week trying to disguise what kind of defense we're in at the, pre-snap. Defensively, you look at them, and they're just so fundamentally sound. They play a lot of cover one, so deep safety, low hole player, and then they're kind of manned up across the board. They're really physical. They tackle extremely well. They come from a school with a really good wrestling program, and you can tell that. They tackle at the legs. And when they get a hold of you, you're not breaking that tackle. So really just going to have to be able to out-execute them and be more physical than them. Those are going to be the keys to the game.
Jeremy Schindler's with us, head coach Gehlen Catholic football, as they get ready to take on number 6 ranked Woodbury Central tonight on KLEM. If we dive a little deeper into that offensively, again, it's the same quarterback they had last year. He's a junior now, so he's got a little bit more varsity experience to him. What makes him such a great facilitator of the offense, and a guy that, they can throw different things at him, change the play up on him a few times, and yeah, he can still make a play for them on the offensive side.
Yeah, he's first and foremost, he's just very fundamentally sound. He has great technique, whether it's in his quarterback drops, his throwing motion, and then, he's obviously been coached up very well on his decision making. Now, some of that is them getting in the right play, where you can tell sometimes some of their receivers, they don't get off the ball very hard because they know the ball isn't coming to them. But you still have to line up and cover them. So he knows a lot of times he has it predetermined what route he's going to throw based on the coverage. And so being able to make a play on the football when he does that is going to be crucial. And then, their kind of get-out-of-jail card is him running the football. When they kind of get in trouble or they feel like they're behind the sticks, that's when you're going to see him run the football. They haven't done it as much this year as they did towards the end of last year, and And I think that might be by design, maybe trying to save some of the hits on the quarterback and trying to develop that passing game and a running game with the running back. But when they get in trouble and it's second or third, when it's second and long especially, they like to run a little read option with him, and he's a load to bring down, big, strong, physical kid. So he's kind of the engine that makes that team go, and we're definitely going to have to be prepared for him.
Well, and the threat of the quarterback run paired with how strong of running back Abe McGill looks to be, boy, that poses quite a threat to you in the ground game. We saw the numbers, what you guys put up. I don't think Hartley Melvin Sanborn had a positive yard on the ground against you guys last week. What's it going to take this week to slow down what could be a very potent rushing attack that pairs well with their outstanding passing game as well?
Yeah, I mean, being physical at the point of attack with our defensive linemen, and then making sure our linebackers have their eyes in the right place. And eye discipline is going to be key for them, whether it's in the run game or the passing game. And then, one thing Woodbury Central does a really good job is they make you tackle out in space, whether it's with a speed option or maybe it's a pass play in a bubble. They're going to make you tackle out in space. So we have to be very fundamentally sound in our open field tackling in order to get the job done this week.
Jeremy Schindler is the head coach of Gehlen Catholic football on our pregame coverage tonight. Gehlen Catholic taking on Woodbury Central. If we look at the other side of the ball, Coach, you talked about them being very fundamentally sound on defense as well. And I look at a couple different layers with the defensive side of things. We talked prior to our chat starting about their great defensive line and the studs they have on the edge. What do they do that allows them to really kind of tee off on quarterbacks or players in the backfield so far this year?
Yeah, one thing, again, it comes down to their fundamentals. They're very fundamentally sound. They use their hands very well. The Bremer kid, he's their senior. He's by far their best offensive and defensive lineman. He plays a stand-up defensive end. He does a great job. He's 6'3", 6'4", very long arms, and you can tell he's been schooled up how to use his arms, extend out, and then obviously get rid of the blocker and go make a play. They also do an extremely good job of when you down block as a defensive end, when you down block, they squeeze that hole really tight. So if you're trying to run off tackle there, makes it really, really difficult. So we're going to have to make sure that we execute our kick out blocks, our J blocks, and different things like that really, really well to get our ground game going.
I know their linebackers always like to get involved as well. That's a part of their defense that they rely on. What have you guys been doing here this week in practice to make sure you can recognize who might be charging on a blitz and who you got to keep an eye out for when it comes to the pressure they try and generate?
Yeah, a lot of that is determined by what coverage they're in, whether they're keeping a player in the middle and to play a zone in the middle, and a lot of times then they'll send the other backer. But their backers are, especially their inside linebackers, very, very aggressive. They like to play up at the line of scrimmage. So if we can run some things, maybe a little misdirection with some counters and things like that, if we can block at the point of attack, we might be able to take advantage of that over-aggressiveness and be able to pop a few big runs.
Last thing for you, Coach. I know we talk about all of the things they do well. One of the things we talked about prior to talking and recording this interview was how you guys maybe the best defense for you is your offense, sustaining drives, keeping the ball out of their hands. What has to happen from your standpoint to make sure you guys can sustain drives, finish them well, and as we talked about earlier, play another full 4 quarters of football against a good team?
Yeah, we got to stay on track in terms of stay ahead of the sticks. We don't want to be in second and third and long, so we have to be able to run the football. We might have to throw on some early downs, whether that's from the spread or maybe little play action type things from our I formation or our double tight sets. But we're going to have to be able to move the ball and grind out first downs. That's the strength of our team is our offensive line. And I'd put them up against any line in Class A football, and I'd say we got a shot. And so we're going to put it on them tonight and really try and get after it. And hopefully we're able to grind out first downs, keep them off the field. But then, like you said, the important thing is to finish those drives with touchdowns. Gotta put points on the board against a team like this because you're never going to shut a team like this completely down. They're too good offensively. So we got to finish those long, sustained drives with points on the board, and hopefully we're able to do that. We spent a lot of time working on red zone execution this week, putting in a few different things that we think we can take advantage of, that maybe we have an advantage of in a certain area, and so hopefully those things pay off for us.
I hope so, too. Looking forward to a great contest. We're looking forward to seeing how you guys doing it. Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight. We'll chat with you coming up soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Daniel.
Absolutely. He is the head coach of Gehlen Catholic football, Coach Jeremy Schindler. On our pregame coverage tonight, kickoff is coming up in just a couple of minutes from Moville here on KLEM Radio.
Get the winning team on your side with experts at Exit Realty Midwest Lamar's. Misty Zeck, Dave Close, Austin Sitzman, Abby Phillips, Jody Adler, Alec Ryken, and Clark Goodchild are ready to help you call the plays when it comes to buying or selling your home. Learn more at ExitRealtyMidwest.com.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Quality Lube of Lamar's is proud of all our Plymouth County athletes. At Quality Lube, they focus on you, the customer, to ensure that they can keep you on the road when you need to be. From diagnostic repair to routine oil changes, Quality Lube can do it all.
When it comes to service, your Lamar's Hy-Vee is #1 for shopping both in-store and online. Save with the Fuel Saver Plus Perks Rewards program at Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Hey, Bobby Blazer, how long you been waiting in that line? Head over with me to Easy Clean Car Wash. They're going to get you in and out in no time and make that black coat of yours look like $1,000,000.
Say, thanks there, Mickey Mustang. I've been out four-wheeling and I got lots of mud and stuff in my wheel wells and other places as well.
Bobby, didn't Libby Lexus tell you that Easy Clean Car Wash will pre-spray those hard-to-reach places, give you a quick massage, and make you feel and look like a whole new truck?
So that's what Libby Lexus has been up to. You know, Mickey, she's looking fine.
Easy Clean Car Wash on 12th Street, east of Hy-Vee and Lamar's.
Game on, Lamar's. Looking for a winning team for your finances? Join Cent Credit Union. As a member-owned cooperative, Cent is all about you, your goals, your community. Let's score big together. Visit centcu.org today, where your success is our play.
This is Dan Lehman, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
And we welcome you back to Moville here at Woodbury Central High School as Gehlen Catholic gets set to take on the number 6 ranked Wildcats of Woodbury Central in a Class A non-district battle. These two teams played twice last year. They played twice 3 years ago, with that second meeting, of course, coming in the Class A playoffs. And I have no doubt that these two teams could potentially square off again in the postseason, depending on how some of the seedings work out. The coin toss is taking place at midfield, and the result of it is that Gehlen Catholic won the coin toss. They elected to defer their choice to the second half, meaning they are going to kick off here to Woodbury Central because they want the ball in the second half. And so we're going to see that very potent Woodbury Central offense out on the field first. And as we mentioned, it's a top 10 offense in the state when it comes to total offensive yards per game. Nearly 400 yards of offense per game on average this Wildcat team produces. And that is good for 7th in the state. They're 35.5 points a ball game. That ranks good for 13th in Class A football. One of the better passing teams in the state of Iowa. They do a lot of things right, and we'll see if the Jays can slow them down. Coach Schindler, you kind of heard him talk about it in the pregame, but one of the things he said to me off air was as well, hey, your best defense against a team like this might be your offense. Long, sustained drives that end in points would be wonderful for Gehlen Catholic here tonight, and we'll see if the Jays can get that done. Obviously, that is a lot easier said than done when it comes to playing a team that is ranked in the top 10 in Class A football, again, ranked number 6 heading into tonight. But again, Gehlen won the coin toss. They elected to defer the choice to the second half, so they'll get the ball to open half number 2. Woodbury Central will get the ball to open the first half here tonight. So Gehlen Catholic will have it teed up at their own 40-yard line, and the kind of rotation of kickers here the last few weeks has cycled on to Kyler Van Voorst. He is a sophomore and actually kicked the ball pretty well late in that game against Hartley Melvin Sanborn. We've seen Parker Cave, we've seen Alex Munoz just trying to figure out who feels comfortable at that position. But I liked what I saw from Kyler Van Voorst. A couple of times he kicked the ball, not just on the point after try, but he did kick one into the end zone for a touchback against HMS as well. So we'll see if he can continue his nice run of place kicking for Gehlen Catholic. For Woodbury Central, they send Jaden Lloyd and Carson Coulter, a couple of their top wideouts, back deep to return this kick. Week 5 of the high school football season, a non-district finale, is just moments away from kicking off, and here it is, a right-footed end-over-end kick, sails to the 5-yard line, and it's taken out by Jaden Lloyd. He runs it out right seam to the 20, 25 to the 30, angles toward the right numbers, 35, breaking a tackle to the 40, stiff arms a defender, still on his feet across the 45, and he's banged out of bounds on Woodbury Central's side of the field, right at the 50-yard line, and a nice return there for Jaden Lloyd, who was the returning Special Teams Player of the Year in this district in 2023, and a really nice start there for Woodbury Central. They'll get the ball right at midfield, and boy, you give him the you give a great Woodbury Central offense this kind of field position. Boy, they are going to take advantage of it. 1st and 10 for Woodbury Central at the 50-yard line. Jackson Verschoor lines up the troops there with 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, the narrow side of the field. He takes the snap and gives to Abe McGill. The big running back runs in between the hashes across the 45, and he's down to the 43-yard line. Mason Small brought him down on the tackle, and Woodbury Central is right away into Gehlen Catholic territory with a pickup of 6 yards to the 44, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Woodbury Central. Quickly, they head to the line once again, seeing if they can pound the football on the ground. Twins receivers either side of the formation on 2nd and 4 from the 44. Verschoor turns, hands to McGill, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Alexander Munoz, Dane Lehman in there, as was Drake Hodson, all for the stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Now, that was a really much-needed play if they want Woodbury Central to even think about getting off the field on 3 plays. They had to make a stop here because you're still in no man's land. You still got a chance to force potentially a punt if you can get another stop here. So 3rd down and 4 for Woodbury Central. The Gehlen Catholic 44 here with 10:45 to go in the 1st quarter. See if the Wildcats drop back to pass here. 2-by-2 set. Verschoor in the shotgun, claps his hands. A belt high snap and a play fake. He rifles over the middle and he overthrew Jaden Lloyd. It was too tall for him. It is an incomplete pass, and it'll be 4th down and 4, and a big decision right away here for Woodbury Central head coach Brody Bramer and the 6th-ranked Wildcats. They'll keep their offense on the field, and a big 4th down and 4 upcoming for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 44-yard line. 2 receivers either side of a shotgun set for Verschoor. He claps his hands, tried to see if the Jays would jump like they did a few times last week, but no bite on that 4-man front. The Jays back up the corners a few steps. They're in their nickel package. 2 receivers either side of Verschoor in the shotgun on 4th and 4. Quick drop, screen pass left. It's caught on the sideline, and the 1st down is gained across the 40. And across the 35 goes Grayson Lloyd. He's down to the 32-yard line. That is a pickup of 12 on 4th down. And a big 1st down for Woodbury Central up to the Gehlen 32-yard line. Now they got exactly what they needed, tried to spread out the field just a little bit more, and with that screen pass, they gain a 1st down. 1st down and 10 here for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen 32-yard line. Verschoor in the shotgun, and there was movement all over the place. The center did not get the snap off in time, and a false start penalty is called. That'll bring Woodbury Central back 5 yards to the 37-yard line. Big penalty there. And now Woodbury Central will start at the Gehlen 37-yard line on 1st down and 15. Wildcats ran the ball pretty good the first play of this series of this offensive possession. Then struggled the next 2, but got a nice screen pass to set them up with a 1st down here. But now the penalty backs them up to 1st and 15 from the Gehlen 37-yard line. Trip set to the right, and they're looking that way. A screen caught on the right numbers by Jaden Lloyd up around the right numbers to the 30, and he's out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. And he gets that penalty back plus 5 to make it a 10-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Woodbury Central.
Call it a gain of 10.
10-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 5 for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen 27-yard line. 3 receivers line up to the left, 1 receiver to the right with the ball on the right hash, and the shotgun set is Verschoor. A 4-man Gehlen front. He fakes the give to McGill, keeps off the right side, and running along the right hash is Verschoor. He's brought down short of the line to gain of the 24-yard line. It is a pickup of 3 yards for Verschoor, and that'll be 3rd down and about 2 here at the 24-yard line. Another big 3rd down and short here for Woodbury Central. They stare 3rd down and 6 feet here with 9:35 to go in the first quarter. We are still scoreless between the Jays and the 6th-ranked Wildcats. 3rd down and 2. Snap to Verschoor. He gives to McGill. Running off the left side. He's got a first down. He's still dragging defenders down into the red zone, and he's finally brought down at the 16-yard line. I'll say about a gain of 8 on that play. It'll be 1st and 10 as Woodbury Central gets down into the Gehlen Catholic red zone for the first time tonight. 10-yard gain up to the 16-yard line. 1st down and 10 here for Woodbury Central. Now into the red zone, and Gehlen needs a turnover. That's the big thing. Coach Schindler mentioned that to me as well in the pregame show. Boy, we'd love to get a takeaway, especially if they're going to pass it. There's 2 backs in the backfield, and the pitch play goes to one of them. It's Abe McGill running off the right side. Lehman got a hold of him, couldn't bring him down. Now turning the corner up the right sideline. McGill is brought down out of bounds at around the 14-yard line. A modest gain of 2 for Abe McGill. Maybe just 1 yard, and they'll spot. No, they will give him 2 to the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go here for Woodbury Central. Now, this has been a good drive for the Wildcats. It is on its 8th play of the drive and has already taken 3.5 minutes off of the first quarter clock. So 2nd down and 9 here for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 14-yard line. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right of Verschoor. He claps his hands in a chest-high snap, throws toward the left side, and he throws incomplete. Threw it way behind Carson Coulter, who then took a hit on that far side of the field. Jack Roberts laid the wood to him. It's an incomplete pass, and that'll set up 3rd down and 9. Woodbury Central tried to make the argument that he got there a little early by the time the pass was already behind him or still in front of him. Gehlen thought the ball was still behind him. So 3rd down and 9 here for Woodbury Central. Gehlen Catholic 14-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Verschoor claps his hands and he takes a 3-step drop out of the shotgun, passes right side, and a full extension diving grab at the 5-yard line by Nathan Benedicts. He's got 9 yards. That should be very close to moving the chains, and it will move the chains. It is 1st down and goal for Woodbury Central. Well, a big completion as Woodbury Central has now connected on 3 passes to 3 different receivers. 1st and goal from the 5 for Shore. In the shotgun, he fakes the give, keeps off the right side. Easton Spangler waiting for him. He kept his feet driving in that tackle and is brought down at the 3-yard line. Just a pickup of 2 yards for Jackson Verschoor. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3. Here with 7:40 to go in the first quarter. This drive now 4 minutes old, and a beauty at that for Woodbury Central. These are the kind of drives Gehlen's going to need offensively if they want to keep the ball out of this outstanding offense's hands. 2nd down and goal from the 3. 3 receivers left and 1 right in the shotgun for Verschoor. He's running off the left side. A late pitch left side. McGill getting toward the edge, and the Jays stop him short. A nice hit from Kane Kern to the 1-yard line stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's 3rd down and goal for Woodbury Central at the 1. Trying to put the first points of the ball game up on the board. It is 3rd and goal from the 1. Woodbury Central with 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. Verschoor in the shotgun. He's keeping straight up the middle. The Jays had it bowed up, but not before he got to the end zone for a Woodbury Central touchdown. Jackson Verschoor punches it in from a yard out. It's his 7th rushing touchdown of this season. And Woodbury Central has the early advantage, 6-0 to score with 6:55 to go in the first quarter. Now, a really strong drive there for Woodbury Central. It was a 13-play, 50-yard drive, just taking slightly under 5 minutes off of the first quarter clock. Point after try upcoming here for Jaden Lloyd, the special teams player of the year in this district 2 years ago. His right-footed kick doinks off the right upright, and it is no good. He hit it very high up that upright that is still waving back and forth, but it is still 6-0 Woodbury Central. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. Gehlen Catholic gets their first crack offensively when we come back to Moville here on KLEM.
Williams & Company, certified public accountants, congratulates all area athletes in support of excellence, good sportsmanship, and the spirit of teamwork. A proud sports sponsor. Williams & Company, CPAs, your full-service business advisor with a local office in Lamar's. Colbeck Incorporated is proud to support local high school athletics. They encourage you to play hard and play smart and always show good sportsmanship. Best of luck from your friends, Brian, Kevin, and Wayne Colbeck.
This is Lane Knipe, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville and the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you here on KLEM Lamar's. Online audio can be found on our website, and that is KLEM1410.com. Here with 6:55 to go in the first quarter. Woodbury Central's first drive of the night goes 13 plays for 50 yards in 4 minutes and 54 seconds. And is capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run on 3rd and goal from Jackson Verschoor. And Woodbury Central on the board first after the missed PAT from Jaden Lloyd. 6-0 Woodbury Central on top, and Gehlen Catholic's first offensive possession is coming up here after this kickoff. Kickoff will be off of the right foot of Ian Tishurin, the junior, and here he goes with a right-footed high-lobbing pooch kick, and Wyatt Coons calls off Grant Arns to field at the 18-yard line, runs it out the left hash to the 25. There's a penalty flag on the play as Wyatt Coons is drilled down at the 27-yard line. And based on where the penalty flag came from, I have to imagine this will be an illegal block in the back, and that'll back Gehlen up 10 yards, if I'm correct anyway. It'll be 10 yards from the result of the return. It's a crackback block, actually, and it's either way it goes against Gehlen Catholic. Yeah, that's the other thing, of course, now with those new safety rules, the crackback and the blindside blocks. If the flag comes from ahead of the returner, that's usually kind of what you're looking at. If it comes from behind, that's when you can start seeing some holdings and things like that. So Gehlen Catholic will start their drive in some less than ideal field position. They're starting at their own 13-yard line with 6:51 to go here in the first quarter. Gehlen Catholic down 6-0 early, and Jack Roberts lines up in the power pistol. 2 men in the backfield. He is drilled before he could even get the ball handed off, and diving on it is Wyatt Coons at the 7-yard line. Boy, the Woodbury Central defender, I believe it was Abe McGill, who got in there and blew up the play before it could even start. It is a loss of, I'll say, about 4 yards back to the 8-yard line. It'll be second down and about 14 to go. Really rough start here for Gehlen Catholic. Couldn't quite even get the first play going, much less developed. Second down and about 15 to go from the 8-yard line. Gehlen Catholic, 2 men in the backfield. The snap to Roberts, shoulder high. He turns off the right side, gives to Coons, and he couldn't turn the edge. The stop made in the backfield there by Sam Dominic, the junior outside linebacker. It is a loss of 3, back to the 4. And this will be third down and about a mile. Actually, they'll spot it about the 6-yard line.
No gain on play, 3rd and 15.
So it'll be third down and a mile. Either way you slice it here for Gehlen Catholic. Ball is spotted back at their own 8-yard line. So third down and a mile for the Gehlen Catholic offense. Got to get across the 24-yard line, and against a good defense like this, it feels like maybe 2 miles. Roberts drops back quickly to throw. Screen pass right is through the hands of Wyatt Coons. It is deemed to be an incomplete pass, and it'll be third down and long. And Gehlen Catholic will be forced to punt it out of the shadows of their own goalpost. 6-0 the score early. Gehlen Catholic trailing Woodbury Central as the Jays line up to punt it away, and will have to do so knowing that Woodbury Central is probably going to bring a ton of pressure here. Landon Knipe will measure it off. He's standing about 5 yards deep in his own end zone, right in the middle of that wildcat paw that is in the center of the end zone. He leaps to receive the long snap, a right-footed, back-spinning, end-over-end kick. Bounce at the 45, takes an aggressive roll, and now is fielded after the muff at the 45-yard line by Jaden Lloyd. He's running a lot of east to west. Now he's trying to spin it back the other way, and he does turn the corner to the 40, and he's brought down to the 43-yard line. Good pursuit there downfield by Alexander Munoz. And from where Jaden Lloyd started the return, he ends up losing about 5 yards, and Woodbury Central will start from their own 43-yard line with 5:11 to go in the first quarter. Again, the Wildcats have a 6-0 lead early in this non-district matchup. And Woodbury Central will try and add to it. Those kind of drives, 3 and outs, not successful in any way. That was the last thing that Gehlen Catholic was looking for here tonight. And so first down and 10 for Woodbury Central from their own 43-yard line as Jackson Verschoor looks across the formation and lines up the offense. 2 receivers either side of the shotgun set with McGill off his right hip. Here is the clap of the hands, the snap and the play fake. Quick drop to throw. Verschoor over the middle. Oh, it got deflected by Carson Coulter. An incomplete pass. Drake Knipe was coming behind the play and couldn't quite catch the deflection. The incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10. Ball again at the Woodbury Central 43-yard line, and even after an incomplete pass, the Wildcats want to speed up the tempo just a bit. They hustle back to the line on 2nd and 10 at the 43. Snap back to Verschoor. He turns, and he gives to McGill, and there was nowhere to go. Dane Lehman got by his man on the edge, and Drake Hodgson comes in to clean it up. It's a loss of 3 at the 40. And it'll be 3rd down and 13 on the stop by the Gehlen Catholic defense. Now, the thing has been the first 2 downs of a fresh set have not been the issue tonight. It's been 3rd downs and 4th downs that have been killer for Gehlen Catholic. Got to find a way to get off the field here against this Woodbury Central offense. 3rd down and 13 with 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Wildcats up 6-0. And Verschoor in the shotgun. He claps his hands and drops back 5 steps to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's looking to run up the left seam, and he's dragged down from behind by Mason Small. Mason Small brought him down after a pickup of 3. He got those lost yards back, but nothing more. And so it'll be 4th down and 10, and the Wildcats will line up to punt and go 3 and out on this possession. An excellent job and a good adjustment by the Gehlen Catholic defense as Wyatt Coons will back up to return. And Coons will return the punt from Jaden Lloyd. And see if he can pin the Jays deep and keep the Wildcats in the advantage. Field position-wise, that right-footed kick, it came off the side of his foot. Does not have a whole lot of distance. That ball bounces near a Gehlen player. It did not touch a Jay, and the Wildcats down it at the Gehlen Catholic 30-yard line. Boy, that was very close to hitting Kane Kearns, who was going back on blocking duties, but he thankfully was just out of the way of that punt. And the Wildcats touch it down at the 30-yard line. That's where Gehlen Catholic will start their next drive. So already infinitely better of a start for Gehlen Catholic after starting inside their own 15 on the first drive of the night. 3:37 to play in the first quarter. Number 6 ranked Woodbury Central leads Gehlen Catholic by a margin of 6-0 in a non-district matchup in Class A. It is 1st down and 10 for the Jays at their own 30-yard line as Jack Roberts lines up with the power pistol. Back off the left side, back directly behind him. He hands off the right side. Wyatt Coons runs right up the seam, and he's brought down after a modest gain of about 3 yards to the 33-yard line. Going to be 2nd down and 7. A Wildcat player lost his helmet in there. That's Brody Hegman, and so he will come out for one play. And much like Hartley Melvin Sanborn last week, Gehlen Catholic is now having their own issues with running the football here tonight. They've run it 3 times. Again, a very small sample size, but they have accumulated a total of 3 lost yards unofficially. So 2nd down and about 7 to go here for Gehlen Catholic, and right around their own 32-yard line. Gehlen Catholic trails Woodbury Central 6-0. And here is Jack Roberts lining up in the pistol once again. A receiver either side and a tight end right side of the formation. Snap back to Roberts. A play fake. He's bootlegging to his right. Throws up the right sideline. Jump ball. It's picked off. Jaden Lloyd, a leaping interception on the ball overthrown of Nathan Kolbeck. He's down at midfield, and Jaden Lloyd has his 3rd interception of the season. Gehlen Catholic turns it over. The Wildcats have it with 2:52 left to play in this first quarter. Now, Lloyd's been a ball hawk this year for Woodbury Central, and he picks off his 3rd pass. That's one of the top marks in the state to this point early in the season. Woodbury Central, last time they started at the 50-yard line tonight, It ended in a touchdown on a very impressive 13-play drive. Hadn't had anything close to that since. So here's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 50-yard line. They motion Jaden Lloyd in orbit motion, pitch back right. He's going to look to throw now up the right sideline. Got a receiver wide open, Benedict's, and he overthrew him by maybe half a foot, if that. Had Benedict's had maybe a couple of inches longer for a wingspan, he brings that in no problem, but the pass is just off the mark and overthrown from the fellow receiver in Jaden Lloyd. And I wondered if that was going to be pulled out at some point because Jaden Lloyd was warming up with Jackson Verschoor throwing the football just prior to kickoff. And, well, I could tell he had a pretty good arm, that's for sure. It is 2nd down and 10 here for Woodbury Central at the 50-yard line. 2 receivers right and a receiver left side of Verschoor in the shotgun. And he takes the snap, pulling tackle, and the run off the right side. Lloyd hit in the backfield, stays on his feet, running toward the right numbers, still breaking tackles, and now he's finally brought down for a loss. A loss of 3, back to the 47-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and a baker's dozen here for Woodbury Central on the loss by Jaden Lloyd. Dane Lehman is initially credited for the tackle for loss. And with 2:20 to go in the first quarter, Woodbury Central still up 6-0, but outside of that first drive that the Wildcats went on, it was a very impressive drive. Both offenses have come to a screeching halt. I guess Galen's never really got started yet. It's 3rd down and about 13 to go for the Wildcats from their own 47, right in between the 47 and the 48-yard line. 2 on either side of the shotgun set of Verschoor. He claps his hands and takes the snap. Quick drop, looks to air it out down the left sideline, and that ball is hauled in by Grayson Lloyd. Up the far sideline inside the 25. Grant Arns tackles him out of bounds right at the 20. That's a pickup of 33 yards, and it's more than enough for a Woodbury Central first down. Grayson Lloyd's 2nd catch of the season, or of the game, goes for 33 yards. 1st and 10 now for Woodbury Central as the Wildcats hurry up to the line at the 20. Verschoor claps his hands. He turns, gives to McGill. A late handoff around the left side, and McGill is able to get a couple of yards. Not too shabby on first down. It's a pickup of 2 exactly for McGill. And 2nd down and 8 upcoming. With 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, number 6 ranked Woodbury Central leads Gehlen Catholic 6-0. And the Wildcats looking to score once again. They've been great on a 3rd and 4th down here tonight. And that's been critical to their success. 2nd and 8 from the 18. Verschoor the shotgun snap. He turns and gives to McGill right up the middle. And Abe McGill able to fight his way for a few extra yards after contact. Gets to the 15-yard line. It is a pickup of 3 yards for McGill. And we will have 3rd down and 5 upcoming for Woodbury Central. Again, a big thing here for the Jays. Can you force 4th down and make the Wildcats think about it just a little bit? They're probably within field goal range if they were to think about 3, obviously. 2 receivers either side of the formation, and now a change of the play call at the line of scrimmage. And Verschoor looks over to the sideline to change the play. The play clock's down to about 5 as he looks over the formation again on 3rd down and 5. The audible. He turns around the left side. It's the back, a different back out there. Sam Dominic runs off the left side, and he's got a first down, staying inside the left boundary. And he gets out of bounds right at the 5-yard line. It is a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 1st down and goal for Woodbury Central. That's a great run there by Dominic. A little misdirection initially. And Sam Dominic's in there. Abe McGill is evidently on the sideline here for Woodbury Central. 1st and goal from about the 5. As Verschoor lines up the formation, 3 receivers, right, 1 left in the shotgun set. A belt high snap. It's a straight quarterback run off the right side. Nothing to Phillips on the edge. And the Jays drive him down. The hit made by Grant Arns and Drake Hudson. It's a loss of 3 back to the 8. It'll be 2nd down and goal here for Woodbury Central. Well, running off tackle has been tricky tonight for Woodbury Central. That's been nice to see, and that play will take us to the end of the first quarter. Woodbury Central 6, Gehlen Catholic nothing. The Wildcats are threatening to score, and they will try to keep that trend alive coming up here in just a moment. We'll take a break, and we'll start the second quarter. When you come back to Moville, you're listening to Gehlen Catholic football right here on KLEM Le Mars.
Lamar's Community Athletic Boosters are proud supporters of this broadcast. Hard work and determination are vital to the success of our area athletics. The Lamar's Community Athletic Boosters are proud to stand behind our athletes and coaches as they work toward success on the field and in the classroom.
A home is a safe place to be, a roof over your head, and four walls to keep out the heat and cold. It's a child's laughter, a mother's song, and a father's strength. It's where we go for comfort and to share joy. It's your first school and your first church. It's where memories are shared. Hi, this is Julie Hurt, your Century 21 ProLink real estate agent. Whatever a home means to you, I am here to help you find the home you are looking for. Call 540-7757 and let me, Julie Hurt, help you make a house your new home.
At American Bank, we believe in offering you what you want in a bank. Free checking, free debit and ATM cards, extended lobby and drive-up hours, competitive loans and deposit rates, online and mobile banking with bill payment and mobile deposit services. American Bank, achieving success together for over 130 years.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Nathan Kolbeck, and you are listening to Jay's Football on KLEM.
Well, welcome you back to Moville and Woodbury Central High School. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio at KLEM1410.com. Ready to start quarter number 2 with Woodbury Central, number 6 in Class A, leading Gehlen Catholic by a margin of 6-0. It's second and goal from the 8-yard line. Woodbury Central with the ball first here in the quarter. Vershoor in the shotgun, 2 on either side as he rolls to his left off the shotgun snap, throws toward the left sideline. The catch made there by Grayson Lloyd. He's near the pylon, and he is in for a Woodbury Central touchdown. Up the left sideline, Grayson Lloyd makes the catch, turns upfield, and gets 6. And Woodbury Central is on the board right away here to open quarter number 2. And it is 12-0 Wildcats here with 11:51 to go in this first half. That was a great route run, and Grayson Lloyd did the rest. Vershoor has his first touchdown pass of the night, and Grayson Lloyd has his 4th touchdown reception of the season. Here's the point after try. Jaden Lloyd's kick does not get to the crossbar. It is no good. I think it might have been deflected at the line, and the point after try is no good. So with 11:51 left in the half, Gehlen Catholic trails Woodbury Central 12-0. Trying to get the offense going to start the second quarter after running just 4 plays in the first quarter. See if they can get that done. Coming up next here on KLEM.
Hi, this is Julie Hurt with Century 21 ProLink in Lamar's, your local real estate expert dedicated to results. Whether buying or selling a home, call me, Julie Hurt, with Century 21 ProLink in Lamar's at 540-7757. That's 540-7757.
Lamar's Agri Center, your local source for top-performing Kent feed products, bulk grass seed, bulk bird seed, lawn care essentials, dust control solutions, and much more, all accompanied with exceptional service. The Lamar's Agri Center, your source for everything that grows.
This is Kane Kearns, and you're listening to Jay's Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville and the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio. Can be found on our website, and that is KLEM1410.com. Your score as we get ready to continue on the second quarter of play with 11:51 left to go in the half. It is Woodbury Central 12 and Gehlen Catholic nothing. Bit of a rough start here for the Jays tonight, as their offense really didn't even have a chance to get anything started in that first quarter, running just 5 total plays. One of them ended in an interception, and of course their first drive went 3 and out. But here we go. The kick is set high into the air off the right foot of the Woodbury Central kicker, and Coons runs it out from his own 20-yard line all the way toward the right seam to the 25, and he's brought down short of the 30-yard line, right about the 29. Now they'll give him the 30-yard line. Not a bad return there for Wyatt Coons, and it'll be first down and 10. But there is, I think there is a penalty flag down there somewhere, and so we will see. There's going to be a personal foul, I think, on this play. And so that could end up hurting Gehlen. Oh, it's on Woodbury Central, I beg your pardon. It's a dead ball foul. It was after the play. And Brody Bramer, the head coach of the Wildcats, is using this time to quickly chat with his bench. Probably getting the message across that saying, hey, whatever we did to draw the penalty, let's not do that again. That is 15 precious yards and gives Gehlen Catholic a little bit of life when there really isn't any to be had for them, especially on the offensive side. Some 11:45 to go in the first half. And Gehlen Catholic has the football at their own 45-yard line to open the second quarter. Get the Jays trail Woodbury Central by a margin of 12-0. And here we go with the continuation of the second quarter. Gehlen Catholic lines up with Jack Roberts all by himself. Two receivers on either side of the formation in an empty backfield. Roberts, quick pass, fake. He keeps off the left hash. He's got a big hole across the 45. He's down to the 40-yard line. And Jack Roberts on the quarterback keeper picks up 18 yards to the 37-yard line of Woodbury Central. And the Jays have their first down of the night. Well, the Jays pulled that wrinkle out of their hat, and something that Coach Schindler talked about they might use a little bit more adaptations to their running game, some wrinkles they needed to throw in, and that was a good one there. Kick everybody off to the side, spread the formation, and let the quarterback run for 18 yards. A great play call, 1st and 10 for Gehlen Catholic at the Woodbury Central 37. With 11:10 to go before halftime, Jays trail 12-0. They empty the backfield again. Roberts is going to run right up the middle, but the Wildcats were ready to sniff that one out this time. Just a pickup of 2. Still a positive gain to the 35-yard line. But it'll be 2nd down and 8 now for Gehlen Catholic into Woodbury Central territory. Should also mention that Gehlen Catholic head coach Jeremy Schindler is not on the sideline here tonight. He is actually up in the coach's box. He is... He's dealt with a knee injury, and as he told me when we were not recording our interview, he said, yeah, I don't feel very comfortable in being able to get out of the way of a play that comes our way. So they're using the headsets to signal the play down from Coach Schindler, and it is being relayed to the quarterback from there. 2nd down and 8 from the 35. Roberts pump fakes a screen, airs it out deep into single coverage right sideline, and he overthrew Landon Knipe and incomplete. Knipe got a little tangled up downfield with the safety and Brody Thomas, but not enough to really inhibit his ability to catch that ball, which was just about darn near uncatchable. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go here for Gehlen Catholic in Woodbury Central territory at the 35-yard line. Now with 10:17 to play in this first half, Gehlen Catholic trailing Woodbury Central 12-0 in a non-district matchup. Wildcats looking to remain unbeaten. Gehlen Catholic looking to get back above 500, and a win would be Jeremy Schindler's 50th as the head coach of the Jays. 3rd down and 8. Now we get a whistle and a timeout requested by Gehlen Catholic and granted to the Jays. Their first timeout of the half. 10:17 to go before the break, and a 3rd and 8 coming up on the other side of this timeout with the Jays down 12-0 here on KLEM.
Advanced Eye Healthcare, Dr. Becky DeRuyter knows all of our student athletes need to keep their eye on the ball. Make sure with an eye exam at Advanced Eye Healthcare at Walmart Vision Center in Lamar's. Dr. Becky DeRuyter.
Lamar's Physical Therapy wants to wish our student athletes a successful and injury-free season. But if injury occurs, our therapists are here to get you back into the game. No doctor referral needed. Call us at 546-1718. Lamar's Physical Therapy, your hometown therapy provider.
At Roosters Harley-Davidson in Sioux City, you can find your perfect ride with bikes, gear, and service you can trust. Find them online at roostersh-d.com or stop by Roosters Harley-Davidson today, where your next ride is waiting.
This is Jack Roberts, and you are listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
Well, we welcome you back to Moville, the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM. Gehlen Catholic comes out of their first time out of the half. Down 12-0, and a 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Jays at the Woodbury Central 35-yard line. 3 receivers right. Roberts deep drop out of the shotgun, throws toward the right numbers. Grant Arns comes back to the football inside the 30. He's driven backwards, and they're going to give him forward progress up to the 28-yard line. That's a pickup of 7, and boy, that's going to be close. Just a yard off the line to gain. They needed 8 and got 7 on the completion to Arns. 4th down and 1, and an obvious 4-down territory here for Gehlen Catholic. The first completed pass of the night, though, for Roberts goes to Grant Arns. 4th down and 1 for Gehlen Catholic. A monster play for the Jays, who are already down 12-0 here in this second quarter. Got to keep this drive alive. 4th down and 1, and the pistol set is Roberts. A tight end either side, a receiver either side of the formation. Coons the tailback. Here's a snap to Roberts. He turns left, gives to Coons, bounces off the right side, breaks a tackle, penalty flag behind the play as Coons does pick up a first down to the 23-yard line. But I think this one's coming back. There are multiple penalty flags in the area of holding. And Gehlen Catholic is going to lose that big 4th down conversion that Wyatt Coons had. And I guess the argument probably is that Wyatt doesn't get the first down. Oh, we got a face mask on the play. Never mind. I thought that was definitely in the vicinity of holding, but a face mask penalty. That will give the Jays a first down. Well, they already got it on the run by Coons, but they get half the distance to the goal tacked on top of it. And so following the penalty after a first down, they'll get it down to the 12-yard line of Woodbury Central. And this is why you don't listen to me when I'm doing a football game. I don't know what I'm talking about clearly. So first down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Gehlen Catholic deep into Wildcat territory. Now stands in the red zone at the 12. Down 12-0. Power pistol look for Roberts. Back to his backside, back to his right. They fake the give to Spangler. Hand off the left side. Coons runs in between the guards and the tackle. And he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That was a bit of a slow developing play. And it really didn't develop a whole lot. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Still at the 12-yard line of Woodbury Central.
Short gain on the play. Let's call it 2nd and a long
8:35 to go in this second quarter. Woodbury Central, number 6 in the Class A rankings from Radio Iowa, leads Gehlen Catholic 12-0. And the Jays got to find a way to score points here. Coach Schindler said long sustained drives are great, but the best thing is long sustained drives that end in a touchdown. They split Landon Knipe wide to the left, one receiver right in Arns. Roberts the pistol snap, hands off the left side. Coons runs toward the 10, and he's brought down right at the 10-yard line for a pickup of 2. Just 2 yards on the play there for Wyatt Coons. It'll be 3rd down and 8. And again, these plays just keep getting bigger and bigger for Gehlen Catholic if they want to stay in contention with a good Woodbury Central squad. So 3rd down and 8 for the Jays at the Wildcat 10-yard line. You can tell how important these plays are as they try and take their time in calling the play, but you got to hurry up. The play clock's already down to 7. Gehlen Catholic hustles to the line. Might have to use a timeout here. Play clock's down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Roberts gets the snap off. He hands to Coons around the right side, and he's not able to get much. They get him down to about the 7-yard line, a pickup of 3. It'll be 4th down and 5 for Gehlen Catholic. And now, boy, at this point you're kind of infested. You really don't want to have to settle for 3, but the Jays are going to bring Kyler Van Voorst out and try and salvage 3 points on this drive. So Kyler Van Voorst will attempt Gehlen Catholic's first field goal this year.
That's like a field goal attempt from
And an estimation, I'd say it's a 23-yarder with a hold by Wyatt Coons. Van Voorst had to hustle there. The play clock's down to 2. Snap and spot are good. The right-footed kick, end over end, is through the uprights, and it is good. And Gehlen Catholic is on the board with a 23-yard Kyler Van Voorst field goal. And that makes it 12-3. Woodbury Central on top here with 6:41 to go in this first half of play. We'll take a break and see how the Wildcats respond late in the half. That's coming up when you come back to Moville with us right here on KLEM Lamar's.
Every day is game day when you feel your best. At Game Day Men's Health in Dakota Dunes, they help you boost energy, build muscle, and reclaim your edge. Get your testosterone checked today and visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com for more.
Men's fashions, tuxedo rentals, and dry cleaning services. That's Mesher's Clothing, downtown Lamar's. Open weekdays 9 till 5:30, Saturdays 9 till 4. See Chad for all your fashion needs. That's Mesher's in the middle, downtown Lamar's.
This is Drake Hodson, and you are listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
Well, Gehlen Catholic salvages 3 points on their last drive. With 6:41 to go in the first half, Gehlen Catholic trails Woodbury Central 12-3, but it is no longer a shutout. The Gehlen Catholic drive ends up running 9 total plays. It goes for Total of 48 yards and ends in a 23-yard field goal attempt by Kyler Van Voorst. And it took 5 minutes and 4 seconds off of the clock. So, Gehlen Catholic will now line up to kick this one away. They are still down 2 scores with a margin 12-3. 6:41 to go before halftime. But Van Voorst will line up to boot this one away for Gehlen Catholic. The sophomore getting his first varsity football points and a high right-footed end-over-end kick. Is fielded at the 10-yard line and run out by Carson Coulter. He's got a crease up the middle. He tries to hurdle a defender and gets grabbed onto and dragged down by Grant Harns at the 33-yard line. And a good return there for about 23 yards. Woodbury Central will start with the football in decent field position here with 6:35 to go. In the first half, Gehlen Catholic trailing Woodbury Central 12-3, but getting points on the board on a Kyler Van Voorst 23-yard field goal. So here comes Woodbury Central to the line. And we'll see if this is one of those Wildcat drives that goes quickly like we saw in quarter number 1, or if it's a bit of a longer sustained drive in scoring points. 1st and 10 of the 33 for Shore. Hands off the right side. Abe McGill is a big crease across the 45 and near midfield. He gets ankle tackled across midfield into Gehlen Catholic territory at the 49-yard line. He shoots right up the middle, picks up 18 yards and a Wildcat first down. Now, Abe McGill saw that hole open up right away, and he was not going to be late to the party. A big run there. 1st and 10 for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 49-yard line. So the Wildcats into enemy territory, leading 12-3 in Class A non-district action. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and the snap to Verschoor. He drops back to throw off the play fake. Airs it out to the single receiver left side. Grayson Lloyd comes back to the football, and that pass was thrown off target and incomplete. Jack Roberts was there in coverage, and denying Grayson Lloyd an opportunity to come back to the football. The incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10. So 2nd and 10. Yeah, those underthrown passes are always dangerous for a defensive back. But Jack Roberts played it pretty well and was able to deny the big play opportunity. 2nd down and 10. Here for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 49. Verschoor in the shotgun, 2 receivers right. He turns right, gives to McGill straight up ahead, and the Jays have him wrapped up for just a pickup of 2. Drake Hodson met him initially at the line of scrimmage, and he got an extra yard with some momentum to the 48-yard line, just 1 yard for McGill. It's 3rd down and 9 for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 48-yard line. Well, this is a massive 3rd down play again for Gehlen Catholic. They've had a lot of them. Woodbury Central's answered the call a ton here tonight. Yeah, he's got to find a way to get them shut down. 3rd down and 9, and the Wildcats try to get the Jays to jump. Play clock's down to 5, and now Woodbury Central changes the play. They hustle back into formation with 1 on the play clock. Verschoor gets the snap off. Quick 3-step drop. He lobs it up over the left seam. That ball is caught, and Jaden Lloyd brings it in inside the 20-yard line. He is down to the 18. That is a pickup of 30, maybe 32 yards to the 16-yard line, and it is a Woodbury Central first down. 32 yards on the pass, just over the top of the Gehlen Catholic defender. Jaden Lloyd hauls it in. And it's 1st down and 10 here for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen 16. 3 receivers split out wide to the right, 1 to the left is Verschoor. Rolls toward that right side. He gets a block in pass protection. Now he bootlegs back to his left. He throws it up the left sideline, leaping catch. Lloyd stays on his feet at the 8, sheds a tackle at the 5. He fights his way down to the goal line, and he is just short. He is down at about the 1. That'll be a pickup of 17 yards for Lloyd. That's going to be 1st down and goal again for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 1. Now just a big gain there. 1st and goal from about the 1. Here's Verschoor, 3 receivers right. He turns left, gives to Abe McGill, punches toward the goal line. We have a signal. He's in for a Woodbury Central touchdown. Abe McGill with a 1-yard score, punching it right up the gut, and Woodbury Central extends their lead. It is now 18-3. Wildcats on top, 4:29 to go before halftime. And yeah, I started to wonder when Woodbury Central would try and do this. They look like they're going to line up to go for 2. And this is a big 2-point try. If it is unsuccessful, Gehlen stays within 2 possessions. If it is successful, the Wildcats take a 3-possession lead So here we go. Verschoor lines up at the gun. 2-by-2 set. Receivers on either side. Here's the shotgun snap. Rolling to his right. Looking to throw. Short corner of the end zone. The catch is made and the toe tap down for Nathan Benedicts. The 2-point try is good. And with now 4:29 to go before the halftime break, Woodbury Central's lead grows to 3 scores. It's now 20-3. Wildcats on top. Jays will look to answer coming up after this commercial break on KLEM.
Make sure you can see the ball clearly. Schedule your annual eye exam today at Gretchen Family Eye Care, downtown Lamar's. They'll treat you like family, and they have the most stylish eyewear selection in town. Gretchen Family Eye Care. Wagner Auto Supply is proud to support our area athletes and their families. As you travel from game to game, take care of your vehicle with new filters, batteries, windshield wipers, and wiper fluid. From Wagner Auto Supply, 1st Street Northwest, Lamar's.
This is Quentin Johnson, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
And we welcome you back to Moville, Woodbury Central High School's football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM. Lamar's online audio is found on our website, KLEM1410.com. A video stream can also be found on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. Thanks to great sponsors like Pease Pizza House, Julie Hurt at Century 21 ProLink, Northwest Bank, and Easy Clean Car Wash. Your score with 4:29 to go before halftime. It is number 6 ranked Woodbury Central 20 and Gehlen Catholic 3. The Jays will return this kick and see if they can bring this one back to a 2-possession ball game. Here's a high lobbing, right-footed end-over-end kick, and Marshall Sievers lets it bounce 3 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. And Gehlen Catholic will take it out to the 20. So the Gehlen Catholic offense now has 2 timeouts remaining with 4:29 left to go before the halftime break. Worth noting, if there's any bright spot to being down 3 possessions, it is the fact that Gehlen does get the football to start the second half of play. Score here and a score there, you can really trim the deficit down as long as you don't allow Woodbury Central possession of the football in between those 2 scores. That's the big thing. And with how Gehlen Catholic's offense likes to operate, 4.5 minutes, 80 yards, that's usually about how long those drives go anyway. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, snap to Roberts. He turns to his right, gives to Coons, who sweeps off the left side, and there was really nowhere to go. He's brought down for a loss of about 2 to the 18-yard line, maybe just a yard to the 19. Wyatt Coons takes a loss there on that running play. It'll be 2nd down and about 11 to go here for Gehlen Catholic. Just nothing developing on the edge there for the Jays, and now Woodbury Central's got to start thinking about, too, hey, we can get the football back and really hurt Gehlen's ability to trim the deficit down with that possession that they'll get to start the second half of play. They've got Woodbury Central's got all 3 timeouts. Gehlen's got 2 here late in the half. 2nd down and 11 for the Jays from their 19-yard line. 2 receivers either side. Roberts, a helmet high snap, deep drop, tried to throw a screen. It got deflected in the air, and one of the easiest interceptions Carter Wright will ever have falls right through his hands. It's an incomplete pass. It was almost served up for him on a silver platter, but he couldn't bring it in. 3rd down and 11 for Gehlen at the 19, and the Jays are lucky. Absolutely lucky to have possession of this football still. They were trying to roll out and trying to hit the screen with Wyatt Coons into the flat there. But the Wildcats, much like that busted play against Sibley Ocheyedan Gehlen had, the Wildcat defensive line was all over the play. And now 3rd down and 19. Play clock's already down to 3. Roberts hustles to the line. The wide receivers get set, claps his hands with 1. A whistle comes in. I think Gehlen called a timeout. I think the Jays would have gotten the play off, but they called a timeout to be safe. And with 3:30 to go before halftime, Gehlen trails Woodbury Central 20-3. It's 3rd down and 11 for Gehlen Catholic, trying to stay on the field when we come back to Moville here on KLEM.
Get more because you deserve more with Kylie Petty, Century 21 ProLink, serving Lamar since 2011. Wishing our local teams a successful season. Visit KyliePetty.com for your real estate needs.
Success is born of skill and team. Like the teams playing, CNOS has combined award-winning skill and teamwork into the premier medical facility in the region. For the areas of joint, bone, muscle, nerve, and brain are treated with the skills of comprehensive care from a team of highly trained experts. And CNOS takes care of many of the student athletes in Siouxland. CNOS is proud to bring you this game. Go to cnos.net to learn more.
This is Mason Small, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We're back to Moville. Gehlen Catholic is coming out of their second charge timeout of this half, trailing Woodbury Central 20-3 and facing 3rd down and 11 from their own 19-yard line. Big play. Jays got to try and stay on the field here if they can be successful. On 3rd and 11, Roberts, the shotgun snap, rolls to his right, looks to take a deep shot up the right seam, and he underthrew the ball. It's intercepted by Thomas. He runs it up the left, numbers 40, 35, deep into Gehlen territory, 30, breaks a tackle, jukes a defender near the 20, and Brody Thomas, brought down at the 20-yard line, has his first interception of the year, and Woodbury Central will start near the red zone at about the 21-yard line. It's the second interception the Wildcats have recorded tonight defensively, one by Jaden Lloyd and one by Brody Thomas. Gehlen Catholic turns it over for the second time tonight, and the Wildcats, with 3:17 left to go before halftime, easily have an opportunity to score points on this possession. So Thomas, the interception, his first of the year. Gehlen down 20-3. And now the Wildcats have first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Jackson Verschoor lines up in the gun. 2 backs off his right side. Takes a snap. Quick drop. Screen pass right is thrown just out in front of Jaden Lloyd. And it's an incomplete pass. It will be 2nd down and 10 for Woodbury Central on the incomplete screen pass. 2nd down and 10 for Woodbury Central. The clock stops with 3:14 to go in the half. Again, the Wildcats have all 3 timeouts. I would be shocked to think that they would have to use them here on this drive. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Verschoor, 3 receivers right. Quick fake to the back, and he screens it out the right side. Carson Coulter, right numbers up the seam. He goes to the 15-10, and here is he is near the 10, past the 10, down to about the 3, maybe the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 for Carson Coulter. And it'll be first down and about goal to go here from the Gehlen Catholic 4-yard line. Again, Woodbury Central's offense is just humming right now. And they're getting their passing game going. They've been running the football pretty well here tonight. First down and goal from about the 4. 3 receivers left and 1 right. Verschoor in the shotgun, takes the snap. He gives straight up the middle. Abe McGill scampers his way into the end zone for a Woodbury Central touchdown. Abe McGill, the touchdown run, and Woodbury Central extends their lead now at 26-3 with 2:41 to go before halftime. Now, those are the kind of plays that are just killer, those interceptions. Both turnovers have ended in scoring drives for Woodbury Central as Abe McGill runs it in for the 2nd time here in this quarter. And now the Wildcats will line up to go for 2 and see if they can extend their lead to 4 possessions. Verschoor in the gun. He tries to pitch it off the right side. It is fumbled by Abe McGill, and the Jays dive on it. The 2-point try is no good off the bad pitch. 2:41 to go before halftime. Gehlen still down by just 3 possessions, but it is 26-3 in favor of Woodbury Central. Take a break, see how the Jays respond. We come back to Moville here on KLEM.
From playtime to game time, Launchpad Children's Museum fuels young imaginations while our hometown sports teams inspire the next generation of champions. Best of luck to our area teams from Launchpad Children's Museum.
Peace Pizza House is your destination before and after the game. Whether you need to feed the whole family or just looking to get out before the game, make sure to stop at Peace Pizza House. You'll find many appetizers, burgers, salads, pasta, and of course, Peace Pizza House outstanding pizza selections. Your entire family is sure to find something they're looking for. Peace Pizza House would like to wish our local teams the best of luck this season.
This is Jeremy Schindler, head coach for the Gehlen Catholic football team. You're listening to Jays Football on 1410 AM, 96.9 FM, KLEM.
We're back to Moville on the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio found at KLEM1410.com with a video stream on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. Well, the interception that Woodbury Central just recorded turns into points. 3 plays later, a 4-yard score from Abe McGill. Now the Wildcats have a 26-3 lead with 2:41 left to go in the first half. Here is the kickoff. It's a line drive knuckleball fielded on the fly by Marshall Sievers. Right numbers to the 20, to the 25, and he's hit down right at the 25-yard line. A strong hit there by Maxton Butler, the sophomore. And Gehlen Catholic will start from their own 25-yard line with 2:37 left to go before this half comes to a close. Again, Gehlen Catholic will be getting the football to start the second half of play. So the prospects of going 2 for 1 are still very much alive, but they don't necessarily do as much for you now down 3 possessions because you're still going to have to get a good stop defensively. So here we go, first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Gehlen, fresh off their second turnover of the night, will line up the offense here with 2 receivers to the right side, 3 receivers to the right side, and 1 receiver to the left. Now, there's a bit of miscommunication. Some wide receivers were lined up in the wrong spot. Wyatt Coons is the slot receiver on the right side. Easton Spangler, the tailback in the pistol. Jack Roberts, a shoulder-high snap. He fakes the give to Spangler. Bootlegs left. Brody Bramer's all over him, and he drags Roberts down by the tail of his jersey. Jack Roberts brought down for a sack all the way back to the 16-yard line, maybe right at the 15. Either way, it's a big loss. It's a loss of 10. It'll be second down and about 20 here for Gehlen Catholic. Just not been getting the plays they've needed to be made here tonight, and they've paid the price for it. Obviously, turnovers have been massive. Lost yardage has been massive. It's second down and 20 from about the 15-yard line. Roberts an empty backfield. 2 receivers either side. He fakes the pass, runs right. He's dropped for another big loss. This time it's Carter Wright on the stop. Back to the 10-yard line. Another loss of 5 will turn into 3rd and 25. And the head coach of Woodbury Central, Kurt Bramer, wisely using his first timeout of the first half to stop the clock. So a loss of 5. It'll be 3rd and 25 coming up out of the Wildcat timeout. We're back after this on KLEM.
Kemp's Dairy of Lamar's is a proud supporter of area athletics. They focus on strong, healthy bodies with all their dairy products. And they continue to strive hard to provide the best possible dairy products to their customers. That's Kemp's Dairy of Lamar's. Connected Electric South is your electrical headquarters for residential, commercial, and agriculture. Call for a free quote today at 546-5062. Call Connected Electric South for all your electrical needs. 546-5062.
This is Dan Lamon, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
Hey, welcome you back to Moville, the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you. Gehlen trails number 6 ranked Woodbury Central 26-3. Here with 1:44 left to go in the half. 3rd down and 25 yards to go from the Gehlen Catholic 10-yard line. At this point, just trying to give your punter some room to kick it away. Here's Roberts in the gun. Belt high snap, quick drop. He's in his own end zone. Lobs up a screen. It's jumped in, intercepted. Run up the right sideline toward the goal line. And he is into the short of the goal line at the 1-yard line, but it is an interception for Sam Dominic just near the pylon, although our officials are now having a discussion. And you wonder if they might be talking about the spot of this football and whether or not Dominic did get in for the score on that INT. Now a penalty flag is thrown. So hold on. Sam Dominic's INT got to the 1, but there's a flag thrown late on this play. And the penalty will come after the play. The Wildcats still get the football. It's on the return. And so it'll end up being a 5-yard penalty. And I think Kurt Bramer, the head coach of the Wildcats, needs an explanation on this penalty. And so this will end up being a a loss for Woodbury Central. They'll still have the ball because it came off of the return. But we'll see where they actually get the football now. And I think our officials need to confirm the yardage of this penalty as well because they haven't marked it off yet. Now they'll go back down to the 6-yard line, so it is a 5-yard penalty. And off of another interception, Woodbury Central turns the football. Minute 34 left to go in this first half. Woodbury Central with the football following the turnover. And Jackson Verschoor lines up in the gun. 3 receivers left, 1 right. He turns right, gives to A. McGill, trying to bounce off tackle. And McGill is stopped for a loss. Back near the 10-yard line. It's a loss of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and goal on the stop there by Gehlen Catholic. Excellent job getting through the line. 2nd and goal after the 4-yard loss by McGill. And Kurt Bramer's letting this clock tick down. He's got 2 timeouts left, 1:05 to go in the half. 26-3 Woodbury Central. Verschoor, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Belt high snap, quick play fake, throws toward that right receiver. It got deflected on the line and wobbled toward Nathan Benedict's, but Landon Knipe was able to catch up and deflected incomplete. So 3rd down and goal upcoming after the incomplete pass and the deflected ball at the line. That does stop the clock as well. 55 seconds left to go before halftime. Coming up at the half, we'll give you a recap of the first half. We'll get you caught up on the things you need to know going into half number 2. And we'll check out some scores around Plymouth County and Northwest Iowa coming up at our halftime break. 3rd down and goal from the 10. Verschoor rolls to his right. He's chased by Small toward the sideline. Throws to the back corner. A leaping try by Carson Coulter. And that ball was too tall for him and an incomplete pass. So 4th down and goal from the 10. Clock at 48 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like Woodbury Central will try for a field goal. And that field goal would put them up by 4 possessions if they can get it to convert. Jaden Lloyd is going to take this field goal. Ian Teshurin does their kickoff duties. And they line this one up a little deeper. This is going to be about a 29-yard field goal. They're a little deeper than normally are on those field goal long snaps. Snap is high. The spot gets down. Right-footed kick by Jaden Lloyd inside the right uprights. And it is good. A 29-yard field goal by Jaden Lloyd. And Gehlen Catholic's deficit grows. Now 29-3 the score in favor of Woodbury Central. Well, we will take a break. Jays get the ball. 48 seconds left in the half. Coming up next on KLEM Lamar's.
MRK Insurance knows that teamwork is dream work. At MRK Insurance, you get a great partner for all of your insurance needs. Visit them today on Central Avenue in Lamar's for a no-obligation quote for all of your insurance needs. That's MRK Insurance in Lamar's.
Murphy, Collins, and McGill PLC in Lamar's supports our local student athletes, trusted for generations with reliable legal guidance. So when you are in need of legal services, consult with one of the attorneys at Murphy, Collins, and McGill PLC, located at 38 First Avenue Northwest, Lamar's, Iowa.
This is Landon Knipe, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
And we are back to Moville here at the Woodbury Central High School football field. 48 seconds left to go before the break. And it's all Wildcats leading Gehlen Catholic 29-3, adding on with a 29-yard Jaden Lloyd field goal. The Wildcats have now scored 17 points in the second quarter. Just under domination here to start this ball game. And now Shurin will line up to kick this one away. A high right-footed kick toward the near sideline. This bounces inside the 10, runs up the sideline, and went out of bounds just up the pylon, just before the pylon. So it'll be an illegal procedure penalty. The kickoff out of bounds up to the 35-yard line. Gehlen Catholic will start with this football. And Gehlen Catholic will try and see if that maybe leads to something developing for them with 48 seconds left to go before the half comes to an end. Gehlen Catholic again trails Woodbury Central by a score of 29-3. The Wildcats are the number 6 ranked team in Class A football, and for good reason, that's for sure. So first down and 10 from the 35-yard line as Gehlen Catholic tries to make something happen. They've turned the ball over 3 times here tonight, all on interceptions. And looking to try and take care of the football a little bit better here. First down and 10 from the 35. Roberts in the gun. 2 receivers either side. Helmet high snap, fakes the give, carries up the middle, and he's dragged down for a loss of 2. Back to the 33-yard line. Carter Wright the stop. It'll be second down and 12, and there's just nothing doing on the ground for Gehlen Catholic here tonight. Second down and about 11. Gehlen Catholic does have to run one more play before the halftime break with the game clock and play clock separated by about 2 seconds. And so Gehlen will have to head to the line out of this huddle. They are taking their time, though. The play clock's down to 9. I'm not sure if they realize they're going to have to get a snap off it. Now they break the huddle quickly. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Second down and 11 with 2. With 1. Roberts gets a snap off. Oh, the very quick hook on the delay of game penalty. The clock was at 0. But boy, you think you got to give him a little bit of a beat there just to get things organized. I mean, for crying out loud, there's a quicker beat in the NFL for when the play clock is down to 0. But this will be a loss of about 5 on the delay of game penalty. That'll be second down and 16. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter with 1 second left, but it's the principle of all of it, I guess, if you will. Second down and a long way to go. As Gehlen Catholic lines up with 1.5 seconds left in the half. Gehlen down 29-3. Snap to Roberts. He tries to run up the right side toward the numbers, and there's nowhere to go. He's brought down to the line of scrimmage for no gain, and that will take us into the halftime break. Your score at the half, it's number 6 ranked Woodbury Central 29 and Gehlen Catholic 3. We will take a break, come back, and when we do, we'll have some halftime thoughts for you, get you caught up on some of the numbers in the first half of play, and we will get you scores from around Northwest Iowa and from around Plymouth County here tonight. Well, again, your halftime score here in Moville. It is Woodbury Central 29, Gehlen Catholic 3. Back with our halftime coverage in just a few minutes. You're listening to Gehlen Catholic football here on KLEM.
Certified public accountants Cruz & Cruz extend their support to all the athletes and remind everyone, in the spirit of sports, participation is more important than winning. Cruz & Cruz Accounting, proud to be a sponsor of KLEM Sports.
Gehlen Catholic School, excellence in education, leadership through Christ. For information, check their website at GehlenCatholic.org.
Hey sports fans, this is Perry from the Ace Hardware downtown Lamar's. Maintain your home and yard with advice and products from Ace. We'll help you get it done more efficiently so you have time to go to the next game. Ace Hardware Lamar's.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Score big with the Sitzman Real Estate Team. Hometown realtors Shane, Peggy, Lance, and Patty are cheering the Lamar's Bulldogs and Gehlen Jays on to a victory. Buying or selling, call the Sitzman Real Estate Team today at 546-7881.
For all of your commercial or residential concrete or construction needs, JMax Construction is ready for you. At JMax Construction, you can be sure that your project will be handled with great customer service as well as the best of class construction and concrete work. Call JMax Construction and Concrete today at 540-0574.
Hi, Jessica G. Well, hello, Libby Lexus. I'm so excited to get the spa treatment at Easy Clean Car Wash. My owner knows how much I love the soft water. Oh, and the quick massage just makes my bumpers tingle.
And the blow dry is to die for. It always leaves my exterior sleek and shiny.
My owner bought me a year pass so I can have the spa treatment anytime I want.
Hey, ladies. Ooh, nice tires.
Oh, Mickey Mustang, you're such a player.
Easy Clean Car Wash. Give your car the spa treatment today. 12th Street east of Hy-Vee, Lamar's.
Siouxland Glass is so glad you're supporting local athletes and listening to this great matchup. Siouxland Glass wants me to tell you that if you have a chip or crack in your windshield or need the whole thing replaced, you can call them at 540-9080. Siouxland Glass.
Floyd Valley Healthcare wants you to play at the peak of your skills. Don't forget to stretch your muscles, hydrate, and schedule your wellness checks to reach your full potential. Best of luck from Floyd Valley Healthcare in Lamar.
Make sure your life runs smoothly with an upgraded internet package from Premier Communications, connecting you with the internet speed and television access package that best fits your wants and needs. Premier Communications is happy to support our area coaches, athletes, and the parents who support them. Have a great season.
This is Nathan Kolbeck, and you are listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville and to the Woodbury Central High School football field and to our halftime coverage tonight, as it's been a rough first half for the Gehlen Catholic football team. They trail Woodbury Central by a margin of 29-3 here at the intermission of this contest. Daniel Versteg with you, as we do each and every week. We're going to get you a recap of the first half of play, get you caught up on some of the things you may have missed, and we'll get you ready for half number 2 as well, as the Jays will look to climb out of what is now a 26-point and a 4-score hole. We'll take a look at what has taken place to this point. The things got started pretty early for Woodbury Central. They got a great kick return down to midfield, and they turned it into points 13 plays later in a drive that took almost 5 minutes off of the clock and ended with a 1-yard touchdown run by Jackson Verschoor. That made it 6-0. The next 2 drives, both for Gehlen Catholic and Woodbury Central, ended in quick punts on 3 and out. Gehlen Catholic turns around on their next drive, trying to get something going. 2 plays into it, throw an interception to Jaden Lloyd. The Wildcats turn it the other way, and 8 plays later, 3 minutes later, score a touchdown run with a touchdown pass, from Jackson Verschoor to Grayson Lloyd. That made it 12-0 early in the second quarter. The Jays finally got a good drive going. They were able to make some solid progress, were able to get a big 4th down conversion with a penalty that aided them down into the red zone, and then a few plays later, were able to tack on some points, make it 12-3 with a 23-yard field goal. But since then, boy, it has been all Woodbury Central. The Wildcats scored on their next drive 6 plays later, a 1-yard touchdown run by Abe McGill with a 2-point try. That made it 20-3. The ensuing Gehlen drive ends with an interception by Brody Thomas. 3 plays into it. 3 plays into the ensuing drive from Woodbury Central. Abe McGill scores his second touchdown run of the night. That made it 26-3. The next Gehlen drive, unfortunately, ended like the previous. 3 plays into it, another interception thrown. The 3rd turnover forced tonight by Woodbury Central. A few plays later, Woodbury Central cashes in, this time with a 29-yard field goal off of the foot of Jaden Lloyd. It made it 29-3, and the Jays took it into the halftime break from there. Some of the numbers, they are not pretty here for Gehlen Catholic tonight, but we will tell you about them. I've got, unofficially, when you factor in the gains and you factor in the losses, right now I've got Gehlen Catholic for a total of 14 yards of offense, 7 passing, 7 rushing. It's not been great here tonight for Gehlen Catholic, and they will be the first to tell you that. I'm sure that'll be the first thing I hear from Coach Schindler tomorrow morning on the coaches show, is that, yeah, we just didn't play very good in the first half. Hopefully we'll have something positive to talk about when it comes to the second half. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, with different possession, I should say, Woodbury Central, they've been clicking as an offense here tonight. Tallying up the numbers, they've got a total of 129 yards passing, 52 yards rushing. That all equals a grand total of 181 yards of offense. Right now, Jackson Verschoor has completed 6 of his 13 passes for those 129 yards. 7 of his 14 passes for 129 yards. He has also completed 1 of those passes for a touchdown. Jaden Lloyd, 3 catches, 59 yards, and a great day for him receiving the football. Grayson Lloyd has the touchdown. It is a 2-yard completion to him, or an 8-yard completion to him. He's caught the ball twice for 45 yards and a touchdown here tonight. For the rushing attack, Abe McGill, he's been the difference maker. 13 carries, 40 yards, 2 touchdowns on the night. Jackson Verschoor, 4 carries for 5 yards and a rushing touchdown here this evening. Woodbury Central's big calling card, though, has been their 3 interceptions on defense here tonight. 3 forced turnovers. You can't do anything better than that. The Wildcats came in, one of the top defensive teams in forcing interceptions in Class A football, ranked in the top 12. But, boy, they have flexed their muscles here tonight. They had 5 interceptions their first 4 games. They've got 3 here tonight. And they've all come from 3 different players as well. Brody Thomas has one, Jaden Lloyd has one, and Sam Dominic has one as well. So it's been to all kinds of different targets, but Woodbury Central has really capitalized on opportunities to take the football away and make things hurt for Gehlen Catholic. Well, of course, the big thing now for Gehlen Catholic is to try and regroup. It's a lot easier said than done, but they are going to get a chance to hopefully set the tone a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball. They'll get the ball here to start the second half of play, and we'll see if that leads to any success for Gehlen Catholic here. And who knows, you get one step taken in the right direction and could lead to something else. We'll see if that ends up taking place. The Jays will get the football to start the second half of play. They've been trying to establish the run. I've liked what I've seen at times there tonight, but it's just not been consistent enough. And the problem has been for Gehlen Catholic, when Woodbury Central knows they're going to run the football, there's been a few times where just the formationally and by trends, they've been able to sniff out the run early. When that has happened, Gehlen Catholic has been less than unsuccessful. They have been defeated more often than not running the football here tonight. So they've been able to sneak off a couple, but it's not been consistent enough, unfortunately, and that has really hurt Gehlen's offense ability. Of course, 3 interceptions, that certainly does the trick as well, but if you can't run the football consistently enough, especially against a good Wildcat team, A, you're not going to go very far, and B, you're not going to get to your goal that Coach Schindler mentioned to me in the pregame about long, sustained drives. You're not going to be able to keep the ball out of the offense's hands. You're not going to be able to have success in that regard. So it's a tough hill to climb, but Gehlen Catholic's got to start somewhere. They trail Woodbury Central by a score of 29-3 here at halftime in Moville. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll try and track down some scores for you, both from around Plymouth County, maybe around Class A, District 1 as well, and we'll get you ready for the second half of competition as well. Once again, your halftime score here in Moville. It's number 6 ranked Woodbury Central 29 and Gehlen Catholic 3. We'll step aside, get you caught up on some action from around Northwest Iowa coming up in just a few minutes. You're listening to Gehlen Catholic football right here on KLEM.
Klein Insulation can provide you with a complete insulation system for your attic, crawl spaces, and foundation walls. Call Kyle with Klein Insulation at 540-5691. That's 540-5691.
Touchdown for great times at the Lamar's Eagles Club. Join us Tuesday nights for bingo, and don't miss our delicious Wednesday night burger night. Proud sponsors of local athletics, where the fun never stops. Visit the Eagles Club this week.
Willow Lodge Pet Resort wants to wish all of our area athletes best of luck in tonight's game. Whether leaving town for vacation or just need a place for your pet during the workday, see Willow Lodge Pet Resort today on Prospect Street in Lamar's.
A home is a safe place to be, a roof over your head, and 4 walls to keep out the heat and cold. It's a child's laughter, a mother's song, and a father's strength. It's where we go for comfort and to share joy. It's your first school and your first church. It's where memories are shared. Hi, this is Julie Hurt, your Century 21 ProLink real estate agent. Whatever a home means to you, I am here to help you find the home you are looking for. Call 540-7757 and let me, Julie Hurt, help you make a house your new home.
Young and old alike enjoy the competition of high school sports. Some participate, some watch, and some remember how it was. It's only a game, but it offers great life lessons and memories that last a lifetime. A few thoughts from Dan and Lori Rexwinkle of Rexwinkle Funeral Homes in Lamar's and Akron.
Supporting our students in their endeavors at school is important to Prime Bank. Making sure that our students have the best chance for success is why we work hard to provide our backing. Prime Bank wishes all of our teams and groups good luck.
Peace Pizza House is your destination before and after the game. Whether you need to feed the whole family or just looking to get out before the game, make sure to stop at Peace Pizza House. You'll find many appetizers, burgers, salads, pasta, and of course, Peace Pizza House outstanding pizza selections. Your entire family is sure to find something they're looking for. Peace Pizza House would like to wish our local teams the best of luck this season.
Hummers Lawn Care Service will provide you with the services needed for the best-looking lawn in your neighborhood. So whether it's thatching, fertilizing, or simply maintaining your freshly cut grass, call Hummers Lawn Care at 546-4087.
For all your construction needs, trust the Wilchin Brothers. They're a Better Business Bureau accredited business and will be there every step of the way to get your project done right. Call 546-4135 for Wilchin Brothers Incorporated. Bob's Bike Shop, your power sports headquarters. Yamaha, Can-Am, and Club Cars, they've got the ride that fits your wild side. Visit them today on Highway 75 North in Lamar's, proud sponsor of your local sports action.
This is Kane Kearns, and you're listening to Jay's Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to halftime here in Moville. Gehlen Catholic off to a rough start here against the number 6 ranked team in Class A. Woodbury Central has a big 29-3 advantage over Gehlen Catholic. At the break, Jays will get the football to start the second half of competition. And, boy, we've got, I think now we finally have all the halftime scores for games happening in Plymouth County, so let's run those down for you. We'll start first with homecoming at Jim Lorenzen Field in Lamar's. A good opener to district play for the Bulldogs. They are tied with Spencer, 13 apiece at the halftime break. You'll hear from head coach Ken Vigdahl coming up tomorrow morning on the KLEM Coaches Corner. Third-ranked MMCRU having an outstanding season, looking to get to 5-0. They lead Sibley Ocheyedan 13-0 at the halftime break. Remsen St. Mary's back from forfeiting their contest with Kingsley Pearson last week, and they're making a statement, trying to get back on the right track. They're dominating Harris Lake Park 36-6 at the halftime break. This game just went into the half at Newell Fonda. Kingsley Pearson leads Newell Fonda 52-26. That is a halftime score in Class 8 player football. The Panthers pouring it on Newell Fonda early. We're going to have head coach Travis Newman coming on the Coaches Corner tomorrow morning here on KLEM Radio. Hinton, they had a tough test heading up to Inwood to take on number 2 ranked Westline. It's all Wildcats in that one, 28-0. And Akron Westfield's having a rough go of it. In IKM Manning's homecoming, the Wolves lead the Westerners 28-0 as well. That game is at the halftime break in Irwin. I think they play those games in Irwin or in Manning, one of those two. And homecoming there for IKM Manning. Really quickly, do want to try and check out some of the other scores involving some area teams, mainly in Class A District 1. Sioux Central, they're looking to get their first district win of the year. It's a battle of winless district teams in Class A District 1, and Sioux Central leads South O'Brien 24-14 at the halftime break. The other contest going on pits West Sioux and Hartley Melvin Sanborn. The last update had the Falcons of West Sioux leading Hartley Melvin Sanborn 27-7. Right now, West Sioux, MMCRU, still the only unbeatens in district play, not just in district play, but overall as well. We'll see if that continues in Class A District 1 as the season goes along. Of course, we'll have plenty of scores for you from high school football around the area and around the area districts for you at KLEM1410.com. Later on tonight, you can check out our KLEM sports scores and results page. You can find that under the sports tab at the top of the homepage at KLEM1410.com. But that will conclude our halftime coverage here tonight, and we move on to the second half of play. Woodbury Central set to kick this one off to Gehlen Catholic with the Wildcats on top by a large margin of 29-3. Woodbury Central looking to improve to 5-0 and well on their way to doing that. And Gehlen Catholic looking to try and stave off a below 500 overall record. Well, ready to get this one underway in the second half of competition. And it will be Ian Shurin to kick this one away. A high right-footed end-over-end boot, and Wyatt Kuntz fields it on the fly at the 9-yard line. He runs it out toward the right seam to the 15-20. He gets stopped there, and there was nowhere for him to go. 2 Wildcats had him swallowed whole right at the 20-yard line, and I think a penalty flag came in well behind the play. It did. 23 yards behind the line of, or the new line of scrimmage for Gehlen Catholic following the kickoff return. And maybe some frustration is being expressed by Gehlen Catholic a bit. I think this one's going to go against the Jays. And we'll see officially with the call here in just a moment. Yeah, there is a personal foul against Gehlen Catholic, so that'll be half the distance to the goal, and that'll back them up to their own 10-yard line. So, unfortunately, when it's raining, it's pouring here tonight for Gehlen Catholic. Whether it's turnovers, whether it's penalties, whether it's lost yardage, it doesn't really matter. They're in a rainstorm all night here tonight, and the Jays will try and see if they can get under some cover. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. 2 receivers either side of Roberts in the pistol. Shoulder high snap, and he gives to Coons straight up the middle. He's got some green grass to the 20. Stiff arms a defender, 25-30. Left seam, he goes to the 35. Left numbers, stiff arming a defender out of bounds to the 40. And a big run for Wyatt Coons as a penalty flag comes out on the hit out of bounds. The hit made by Logan Pade, and Wyatt Coons is a big gain of 30 yards up to the 40-yard line. Tack on a penalty. It could be a 45-yard pickup for the Jays on one play. We'll get the official call just to make sure it is going to be a personal foul, late hit out of bounds. I would be shocked to find out this is anything but that. And it is a personal foul, late hit out of bounds, a 15-yard penalty added on to the 30 yards already accrued by Wyatt Coons on the run. Easily a first down, and the Jays get out of the shadow of their own end zone, and will have it at the Woodbury Central 45-yard line. Following a 30-yard run plus a 15-yard penalty, it is a 45-yard gain for Gehlen Catholic on one snap of the football. Those are good plays to have. 1st and 10 for Gehlen, the Woodbury Central 45-yard line. Roberts in the pistol with 2 receivers either side of the line. He gives off the right side. Coons trying to sweep off the right side. Turns it inside the tackle, and there he goes. 35, left seam to the 30. He's dragged around and then finally drilled to the grass at the 26-yard line. A 19-yard run for Wyatt Coons, who's been shot out like a cannon on his last 2 runs of the football. He's got another first down to the Woodbury Central 26-yard line. Boy, this is nowhere near the Gehlen Catholic football team that we saw the first half of this contest. They picked up now a total of 64 yards on their last 2 plays. 1st and 10 from the 26. Roberts in the pistol. He takes a helmet high snap, and he gives to Coons, trying to knife his way through that line of scrimmage traffic, and he's only able to do so for about a yard. The 25-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Gehlen Catholic at the Woodbury Central 25-yard line. So now the Jays can take a little bit of a breath. They've made some progress and now can slow it down just a bit on 2nd down and 9 from the 25. Still a long ways to go. But the Jays are making a little bit of progress, trailing Woodbury Central 29-3 here early in the 3rd quarter. Jays line up on 2nd down and 9 from the Wildcat 25-yard line. Jack Roberts in the pistol. He's got 2 receivers either side of the line, and he takes the snap shoulder high. It's a pitch play, toss to the right side. Coons gets through the blockers toward the 20. A penalty flag comes in at the line of scrimmage as the hit is made by Brody Thomas at the 20-yard line. For now, it's a pickup of 6, but there is a penalty flag on the play, and we'll wait and see what this call is. Now, the last time I saw a flag there. I assumed it was holding, and this time it is holding. So it is a 10-yard penalty from that spot of the foul. And that'll back him up to the Woodbury Central 34-yard line because the play was 1 yard downfield. So in all, the Jays end up netting a loss of 9 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 18 for Gehlen Catholic. But, of course, as some of the coaches I like to talk to want to factor in, if you take the result of the play, then minus all that yardage, it ends up being about a 15-yard penalty with where Wyatt Coons ended up being tackled down. But it's 2nd down and 18 for Gehlen Catholic at the Woodbury Central 34. Play fake. Roberts looks to throw into single coverage. Left seam. Trying to come back to the ball is Landon Knipe, and he could not do so. The coverage downfield made by Logan Pates. And that pass falls short, incomplete. 3rd down and 18 here for Gehlen Catholic at the Woodbury Central 34-yard line. Throwing the football has been incredibly difficult here tonight for Gehlen Catholic. Jack Roberts is a combined 1 for 8 for 7 yards passing the football. And, of course, 3 interceptions factored in there as well. 10:01 to go here in quarter number 3. Woodbury Central leads Gehlen Catholic 29-3, and it's 3rd down and 18 for the Jays from the Wildcat 34-yard line. 2 receivers either side of the fake handoff. Roberts keeps off the left side, gets a block on the edge from Munoz, and then gets ankle tackled across the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 13 here for Gehlen Catholic. And, of course, when you're this far behind and need this much ground to be made up, it is 4-down territory just about automatically for Gehlen Catholic here the rest of the way. 9:34 to go in the 3rd, 29-3. Woodbury Central up big on Gehlen Catholic here in Class A non-district action. These two teams will have 3 district games to finish off the regular season. Gehlen will continue that at home against MMCRU. Woodbury Central hits the road to Akron Westfield. 4th and 13. Roberts drops back out of the shotgun snap, throws toward the right sideline, and that ball is batted away from Landon Knipe and incomplete. Grayson Lloyd on the corner coverage. Penalty flag after the play. Hold on just a moment. We've got a penalty flag very late after all of that. And if this is on Woodbury Central, this might keep the Jays on the field. And it is unsportsmanlike conduct against Woodbury Central. No, they are going to keep them on the field. So it was a dead ball after the play. It is a 15-yard penalty after all of that. So the Wildcats will keep the football, but they do lose all that wonderful field position they had up to about the 30. Had it occurred late enough in the play, that would have given the Jays a 1st down. But it was a dead ball penalty, meaning it does not negate the resulting play of an incomplete pass turnover on downs. So Woodbury Central gets the ball. 1st and 10, we'll say at about their own 14-yard line. I don't have the exact yard lines in front of me. I guess I can pull that up real quick, but I would have to imagine this is by far and away the worst field position Woodbury's had so far to start a drive tonight. And it is by a good 20 yards. 1st and 10 from the 14 for Woodbury Central. Jackson Verschoor in the shotgun, helmet high snap, and he tries to give to the running back around the left side. I don't think that's Abe McGill on the carry. No, it is McGill. McGill on the run on the left side. He's brought down after a yard gain to the 15-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and about 9 yards to go here for Woodbury Central. Well, a quick stop here, a.k.a. a quick 3-and-out for Gehlen Catholic would be wonderful, as the Jays need to get this football back in semi-decent field position just to give themselves a chance to find some points back on the board. 29-3, Woodbury Central up. 8:35 to go in quarter number 3. Jackson Verschoor lines up in the gun on 2nd and 9. 2 receivers either side. He play fakes, drops back to pass, throws up the left seam. It's overthrown and intercepted. Jack Roberts. Penalty flag thrown. Roberts runs it up the numbers 30, breaks the tackle 25, and he's out of bounds near the 20 at the 22-yard line. Jack Roberts did pick off the pass, but I think he interfered with the receiver in doing so. So we will hold any excitement on a potential turnover for just a moment. And we should, because it is a defensive pass interference against Jack Roberts, who came away with the interception, but did so due to a penalty flag. And that will be a big penalty that gives Woodbury Central a 1st down. So Woodbury Central gets a 15-yard gain off of that penalty up to the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Woodbury Central. Wildcats, a fresh set of downs, now have it in much better field position at the 31 as Verschoor gives to McGill around the left side. He's got a positive gain up to the 35-yard line. That is a pickup of about 4. That'll make it 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Abe McGill. 8 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Again, it's all Woodbury Central 29-3. Jays just looking to put a little something together, give themselves some confidence, because they're going to have to take on another Class A ranked team next week when MMCRU comes to Lamar's to take on Gehlen Catholic. Here is Verschoor in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 6. Claps his hands, belt high snap, quick drop, screen pass right. Jaden Lloyd makes the catch, gets away from that block, up the right numbers to the 40, and Lloyd has a 1st down. He stood up near the sideline and then hit out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. They'll give him the 42 as well, I think. And either way, it'll be a gain of 7 and a 1st down for Woodbury Central. up to the 42-yard line of Woodbury Central. 7 yards on the screen pass to Jaden Lloyd. And it's first down and 10 for Woodbury Central at their own 42. This drive continues with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. And trying to extend their lead, which is already at 29-3. First and 10 from the 42. A motion man behind the play. Pitches it left to Carson Coulter. He's looking to turn the edge left. He gets a block outside the numbers across midfield, and he's into Gehlen Catholic territory, running out of bounds along the left sideline of the 46-yard line. It is a pickup of 12 yards on the jet sweep to Carson Coulter, and it is a first down for Woodbury Central. 12-yard pickup on the toss play, jet sweep for Coulter. First and 10 to the Gehlen Catholic 46-yard line. Wildcats in enemy territory. Verschoor gives up the left seam, and McGill carries for a gain of about 3 up to the 43-yard line of Gehlen Catholic before being driven backwards and ruled down a forward progress. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be second down, and we'll say 8 yards to go with 6:40 and counting to go in this third quarter. Wildcats have been really dominant this year with their close games against against Lawton Bronson and IKM Manning. Second down and 8. Outside of that, they've been shutting out teams. So here's second and 8 from the 44. Verschoor, the play fake, throws the out route right side. Oh, he well overthrew Jaden Lloyd. Drake Knipe nearly came up from a deep spot at the corner to intercept that ball over the top, but the incompletion makes it third down, and we'll say 8. From the Gehlen Catholic 44-yard line, Jackson Verschoor could not quite dial in his target there. And now Woodbury Central stares down another third down and long. They've been good on these plays, though, tonight. Third and 8, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Bell high snap for Verschoor and a 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, takes a deep shot down the right sideline. And whether it was intended for Carson Coulter or Nathan Benedicts, we'll never know, as that ball falls incomplete, splitting both of them. The incomplete pass makes it fourth down and 8, and it looks like the Wildcats have brought the punt team out onto the field. So I think there was some miscommunication, just the body language from Jackson Verschoor as he's now clarifying the play call with the assistant coaches there. I think there was either a poorly run route or a misread of the play there from Verschoor. Either way, it's a moot point now. The incompletion forces a punt. Jaden Lloyd makes sure he's got 11 players in his special teams formation and now takes the punt. Snap. Oh, it got deflected by Spangler. It's fielded on the fly off the deflection by Colbeck, and he takes it down to the Gehlen 43-yard line. Easton Spangler came in on the rush. He got a fingertip on that football. Nathan Colbeck, Johnny on the spot right there to recover the blocked punt. And Easton Spangler with a blocked punt on that play will give Gehlen Catholic good field position to the 43-yard line. And with 6:12 to go in the third, Gehlen continues to trail Woodbury Central 29-3 here in non-district action. Now a whistle on the play. Just before the Jays were able to get to the line of scrimmage out of their huddle, had to change the football out. And now Gehlen will possess the ball at their own 43-yard line. And now Gehlen will re-huddle and get set there. 2 receivers on either side of Jack Roberts as the Jays try and find the end zone for the first time tonight, trailing 29-3. Here's the pistol set to Roberts. Helmet high. He gives off the left side, and Wyatt Coons has nowhere to go. He is stopped. No gain on the play. And Coons got brought down a bit awkwardly there. He's a little slow to get up, but he is going to walk it off. No gain on the play for Coons. It is second down and 10. Second down and 10 here for Gehlen Catholic. Ball spotted at their own 43-yard line. And we'll see what the Jays have in store here. Again, running the football has not been consistent enough to be successful. It's hit for big gains a couple of times, but nothing really you can rely on. Second and 10 for the 43. A pitch play right. Coons looking to try and get some space around the edge. And Abe McGill makes a great tackle at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Wyatt Coons on that run around the right side. It's Abe McGill, the sophomore linebacker, making the stop. It'll be third down and 10. I distinctly remember a few McGills that have come through this program and have been very good. Eric McGill, the last couple of years, he ran the football so well and made some great plays for Woodbury Central as part of their runs to the dome the last few years. 3rd down and 10 here for Gehlen Catholic at their own 43. As Roberts looks over to the sideline for the play call, again being signaled in from Jeremy Schindler up in the booth. Roberts rolls right, airs it out, right sideline. That's a 50-50 ball picked off by Brody Thomas again. His 2nd interception of the night. He runs it up the left sideline. He's out of bounds in Gehlen territory, right around the 40-yard line, and a penalty flag is outlaid. Brody Thomas with the INT, his 2nd of the night, the 4th interception forced by Woodbury Central's defense. The INT got back to about the Gehlen 39-yard line, but there is a penalty flag after all of it that could either hurt the Wildcats or help them out. Another unsportsmanlike conduct. It goes against Woodbury Central. And they're going to get Brody Thomas, the one who intercepted the pass for the unsportsmanlike conduct. My uneducated guess would be that he probably taunted the defender just a bit, and that is really kind of a zero tolerance for any of that kind of stuff in high school, regardless of how innocent the taunting might be. Woodbury Central will have it at the 49-yard line with 4:41 left to go before halftime. And by the way, for Brody Thomas, that is his 2nd interception of the game. And his 2nd interception of the season, starting to pile them on now. 4 INTs for the Wildcats here tonight on defense. 1st and 10 for Woodbury Central at their own 49-yard line. Leading Gehlen Catholic 29-3 in the 3rd quarter. For short play fake, steps up, tries to evade the rush. He rolls to his right, throws up the sideline. That ball did not get to the line of scrimmage, but there was a receiver in the area, and Jaden Lloyd. It's an incomplete pass. And it is 2nd down and 10. Excellent pursuit. I believe it was Hodson initially that got to the quarterback. Couldn't bring him down. And then he was chased by Alex Munoz on the play. And he was holding on to him as Vershaw let it fly toward the far sideline. So 2nd down and 10 for Woodbury Central. The ball is at their own 49. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left of Vershaw in the shotgun. He claps his hands and takes the snap, gives off the left side. That's McGill being dragged down from behind, and Dane Lehman has him down at the 48-yard line of Gehlen Catholic. So the Wildcats are back into Gehlen territory on a 3-yard run around the left side by Abe McGill. And it'll be 3rd down and about 7 to go here for Woodbury Central with 4:10 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's all Wildcats leading Gehlen 29-3. 2 receivers either side of the formation as Jackson Vershaw lines up in the shotgun. And he claps his hands, takes a chest-high snap. He rolls to his right. He throws up the right sideline into coverage, and he found his man. Up the right sideline, it's Carson Coulter. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's a 22-yard completion to number 2, Carson Coulter. And it's more than enough for a Woodbury Central 1st down once again. And once again, the Wildcats convert an outstanding 3rd down play. It has just been like clockwork here tonight. They get to 3rd down, seeming like they're going to struggle, and then they get a big 1st down. So 1st down and 10 from the 26. Play fake for Shore. Screen pass left, deflected by Small at the line. Caught on the carom by Jaden Lloyd as he carries up the left seam across the 25, and he's whistled down to the 21-yard line. Boy, there was a lot of hands that touched that football on its way to Jaden Lloyd. It is a 5-yard screen.
About 3, 2nd and 7.
And it'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go, up to the 22-yard line of Gehlen Catholic. 2nd down and 6 from the 22, as it is. Vershaw in the gun. He's got 2 backs to his right side. You don't see that very often. They usually split them up. Here's the hand to McGill. He tries to run through his right guard, breaks a tackle at the line. He cuts it back toward the left seam to the 10 to the 5, and he's into the end zone for a Woodbury Central touchdown. It is a 21-yard score for Abe McGill. And the Wildcats are in control, back in control of this ball game with a 21-yard score. And it is now 35-3 as Woodbury Central adds to their lead with 3:05 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Wildcats will keep the cheerleaders busy with some more jumping jacks. 21-yard score for Abe McGill. It is the first tally on the board for Woodbury Central in the second half. Third rushing touchdown tonight for Abe McGill. And the point after try by Jaden Lloyd is inside the right upright, and it is good. Your score now with 3:05 left to play in the third quarter. It is Woodbury Central 36 and Gehlen Catholic 3. We'll take a break and come back, see if the Jays can get back on the board when we come back. You're listening to Gehlen Catholic football right here on KLEM.
The Lamar's Knights of Columbus Council 1466 would like to wish our teams the best of luck in the game. The Knights of Columbus is proud to support our schools and many charities throughout the year with our pork chop dinners and fish fries. Check out upcoming events by visiting their Facebook page at Lamar's KFC. Tail Trends Dog Grooming supports all of our area high school athletes. At Tail Trends Grooming, your pet is sure to get spa-like treatment, bathing, grooming, and nail trimming available. Contact Tail Trends Dog Grooming today at 546-7318.
This is Jack Rabbits, and you are listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville, Woodbury Central High School. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio found on our website at KLEM1410.com. Video streaming as well on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. With 3:05 to go in the third quarter, a 21-yard touchdown run by Abe McGill has given the Wildcats a 33-point lead here in Class A non-district action. It is his third rushing touchdown of the night, and Abe McGill having a great night offensively. I got him unofficially for 76 yards. Might be missing a few carries in there, but nonetheless, a great day for him. Anytime you can score 3 touchdowns, it doesn't really matter how many yards you accumulate. You put up 18 points on the board. You'll take that 10 times out of 10. Here comes the kickoff, and this is sent high into the black night sky. It is fielded inside the 10-yard line by Wyatt Coons. He runs it up the left numbers to the 20, to the 25, breaking a tackle all the way up toward the 30, and he's brought down just shy of the 30 at the 29-yard line. So Gehlen Catholic will have the football. 2:57 left to go in quarter number 3. And again, still trying to find the end zone for the first time tonight. It has been a struggle, and that is probably the understatement of the year, that Gehlen Catholic has not been able to move the football as effectively as they want to. The big issue has been just that the passing attack has been totally covered up by Woodbury Central. Even if you take the 4 interceptions away, the Jays have completed just one of their passes here tonight. And so that has been a bit of an issue. And, boy, you still have an offense that is very one-dimensional, unfortunately. Here's the snap to Roberts. He gives to Drake Knipe, a new running back around the left side, and he is going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. We're going to say no gain on that play. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 on the first carry of the night for Drake Knipe. Gehlen ahead, trailing Woodbury Central 36-3 in non-district action. 2nd down and 10 for Gehlen Catholic. Ball is spotted at their own 29-yard line. 2 receivers either side. One of those receivers on the right side is Carson Schecker, the slot on the right side. He's also the backup quarterback. Here's Roberts, takes the snap. Oh, he tried to fake the give. Ball is on the ground. He got a friendly bounce back up to him, grabs it near his chest, and then is brought down for a loss of the 26. Loss of 3 for Jack Roberts on the fumbled fake handoff. And he was able to somehow get the bounce right back up to him. It was almost dribbled like a basketball back to him. But it is a loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for Gehlen at their own 27-yard line. Gehlen still trails this one 36-3. And 3rd down and 12 upcoming for Gehlen at the 27. Snap back to Roberts. Quick drop. Tries to start a screen left side. Oh, Coons gets blown up. The ball came out. Coons deemed to have lost the football before he could catch it. Holden Cooley absolutely drilled him. It's an incomplete pass. 4th down and 12, and a punt coming for Gehlen Catholic. And when I say he drilled him, he did not drill him dirty. That was about as perfect of a form tackle as you could ask for, as hard as you can hit a guy wrapping him up. That is just perfectly well done by Holden Cooley to jar the ball loose of Wyatt Coons. Punt upcoming here on 4th and 12, and Landon Knipe will boot it away. He takes that snap, rugby-style kick, runs right, and a line drive wobbler, bounces at the Gehlen 40, rolls across midfield, And Woodbury Central return man Grayson Lloyd wants nothing to do with it. That ball is down by Gehlen Catholic at the Woodbury Central 43-yard line. And that is where the Wildcats will start their drive with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. And worth noting that Woodbury Central will be able to turn on the running clock with any points here. Field goal or touchdown would give them the 35-point lead required to turn on the running clock here. And with 1:20 to go in the third quarter, the Wildcats certainly have that goal in mind to try and get this game over with a little bit sooner, and then they can focus on district play the rest of the way. 1st and 10 for the 43. Snap to Verschoor, option pitch right side. McGill takes it 5 yards deep in the backfield, turns upfield, and is able to get across the 45 to the 46-yard line. He is able to gain 3 yards on that carry. That'll set up second down. They'll say 2. They'll say second down and 8 on the play for Abe McGill. Abe McGill, a great night for him running the football. Mentioned it already. After his last score, he scored the football 3 times on the ground. And it's second down and 8 for Woodbury Central at their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers left and right. Verschoor, play fake, screen pass left, throwing a little out in front of Grayson Lloyd, but he makes the adjustment to catch it along the left numbers across midfield. And he's brought down to the Woodbury Central 45-yard line. And it's a pickup of 9, or the Gehlen Catholic 45-yard line, I should say. Either way, it's a pickup of 9 yards on the screen to Grayson Lloyd. And it's a first down for Woodbury Central. That comes with 33 seconds left to go in the half. The Wildcats will have to snap the ball once again here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the Gehlen 45. A hand to McGill around the right side. Up the seam he goes to the 40, and he's dragged down from behind by Drake Hodgson after a pickup of 5 yards. There is a penalty flag on the play from the far side. That is thrown by our line judge, Marlon Schoenhoven.
Flag on the play.
And we will see what this penalty flag is. Marked to Grotenheis, where the referee will relay it. It is a personal foul face mask against Gehlen Catholic. And a 5-yard run turns into a 20-yard gain for Woodbury Central on the 15-yard penalty. And that'll be an automatic first down as well, up to the 25-yard line of Gehlen Catholic. Another 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 for Gehlen Catholic, or for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen 25, and the Wildcats will not have to snap the football here in this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books, and it's all Woodbury Central tonight. The state's 6th best team leads Gehlen Catholic 36-3 at the third quarter break. We'll take a break. Come back with the 4th. Woodbury Central has the football when you come back to Moville here on KLEM.
Top-notch automotive owners Jerry and Jason Mura can help with all your auto repair needs, from AC repair to transmission rebuilds, engine replacement, steering, suspension diagnostics, and more. Call 712-546-7430 or stop by Top-Notch Automotive, 1600 18th Street Southwest, Lamars.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
State Farm agent Michael Crank is a proud supporter of local athletics. Whether you are looking for auto, home, or health insurance, choose the agent that will be on your side. State Farm agent Michael Crank.
This is Drake Hodgson, and you are listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville and Woodbury Central High School's football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio at KLEM1410.com. We're video streaming as well on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. Woodbury Central leads Gehlen Catholic 36-3 as we start the fourth quarter. Wildcats have it at the J25. Verschoor takes a deep shot down the right sideline. Coulter's open, but what a job coming up from the backside of the play. Kyler Van Voorst comes flying in to deflect the ball. Incomplete. Great effort from him to get that deflected pass out of there. It's an incomplete pass. That will make it second down and 10 from the Woodbury Central 25-yard line. We do have the Gehlen Catholic 25, excuse me. We do have an update from Lamar's community. It is 25-25 between the Bulldogs and Spencer there in the third quarter. Here's the fake handoff. Verschoor keeps around the right side, right numbers to the 15, and he trucks a defender down to the 12-yard line. Jackson Verschoor, a big run, down to the 11-yard line. It is a 14-yard run for Jackson Verschoor, and a big first down into the red zone now for Woodbury Central. At the Gehlen Catholic 11, Woodbury Central again with any score turns the running clock on. With 11:33 to play in this game. 1st and 10 from the 11. Snap to Verschoor. He gives to Abe McGill. Tries to lower his shoulders. And a good job stopping the play. Kane Kearns made sure he could not get much more than the 1 yard he got to the 10-yard line. And that'll make it 2nd down and 9 for Woodbury Central.
Let's go at 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 here for Woodbury Central. Gehlen Catholic 10-yard line. 11:05 left to go in the game. Wildcats up 36-3 as Verschoor lines up 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. A bell high snap, and Verschoor fakes the give, trying to run off the left side. He's got a crease up the left seam to the 5, and he stopped at about the 3-yard line. That is a gain of 7 on the play. We'll say about 3rd and 2 here for Woodbury Central. So 3rd down and 2 upcoming for the Wildcats of the Gehlen Catholic 3. And the Wildcats will look to try and punch this one in and put the cherry on top of this ball game. It's been a dominant showing. The Jays move, but do not break the play into the neutral zone. So the Wildcats have to reset. 3rd down and 2 from the Gehlen 3-yard line. 2 receivers either side of the shotgun set of Jackson Verschoor. He claps his hands, gives around the left side. It's Abe McGill, stood up near the line to gain. He did not get there. It is a pickup of a yard to the 2-yard line. And 4th down and 1 upcoming here for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen 2. Well, the Wildcats, this is a good time to practice some of those short money down plays that you kind of have if you want to be a successful football team like they do. Big 4th down and 1 upcoming from the Gehlen Catholic 2-yard line. Here is Verschoor. He takes a snap, runs off the left side, gets hit near the line to gain, and he's into the end zone for a Woodbury Central touchdown. Jackson Verschoor scores another touchdown on the ground, his 2nd tonight. And Woodbury Central adds to their lead, now 42-3 in favor of the number 6 ranked team in Class A, the Woodbury Central Wildcats. And so with 9:39 to go in the 4th quarter, try and tack on a point after, but the running clock is now officially in effect. Verschoor will hold the point after try. It'll come off the right foot of Ian Shuren. And the snap, spot are good. Right-footed line drive, end-over-end kick is through the uprights, and it is good as well. Your score now with 9:39 to play in regulation. It's Woodbury Central 43, Gehlen Catholic 3. We're back with the Jays offensive possession in just a moment here on KLEM.
Smithco Manufacturing in Lamar's would like to wish our area athletes a safe, successful fall season. For 30 years, Smithco has used great teamwork to produce the #1 selling side dump trailers in the country. To learn how you can join our winning team, go online at sidedump.com.
Total Motors, where our people make the difference.
Total Motors of Lamar's, your proud supporter of area athletics. Drive with confidence in a new Chevrolet or GMC. Visit them online at totalmotors.com or stop in today and experience hometown service with big league deals. Sioux City Yamaha, Can-Am, and Kawasaki. Your ride starts here. From Yamaha to Can-Am and Kawasaki, they've got the power, performance, and adrenaline you crave. Visit them today on Highway 75 in Sioux City. Proud sponsor of local sports action.
This is Quentin Johnson, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville, the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's. Online audio is found at KLEM1410.com. Video streaming as well. You can check that out on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. And we thank our great sponsors for bringing you that coverage here tonight. Sponsors like Peace Pizza House, Northwest Bank, Easy Clean Car Wash, and Julie Hurt at Century 21 ProLink. Here with 9:39 left to play in the ball game. Gehlen Catholic trails Woodbury Central 43-3 as the Wildcats kick this one away. Wyatt Kuntz fields it from his own 10-yard line, runs it out in between the hashes to the 25, breaks the tackle left seam to the 30. Penalty flag thrown at the 34-yard line. Oh, and there's some extracurriculars on this play. There was a penalty thrown already, but I don't think they're going to get one after the play. Adam McVeigh, our line judge, is talking to potentially incriminating party there for Woodbury Central about that play afterwards and saying, hey, we probably can't do that anymore. It is going to be a holding penalty against Gehlen Catholic on the run back to the 35-yard line. That means Gehlen will get it back at their own 25, I believe.
James then will take over 1st and 10.
So Gehlen will have this football back toward their own red zone here. And they'll mark it off to the 25-yard line. And with 9:31 to go in this ball game, the running clock will start right away once the ball is ready for play. And now it is. Running clock is in effect. The ball or the clock can only stop for timeouts, or injury timeouts, I guess, if you will, and official stoppages. So 1st down and 10 here at the 25-yard line. Gehlen Catholic lines up with Jack Roberts in the pistol. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. And Roberts claps his hand, shoulder high snap. He gives off the left side. This is Easton Spangler barreling his way through some defenders to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain for him. And a 2nd down and 6. That's the first run of the night for Easton Spangler. A little odd. They've been doing a good job of splitting him and Wyatt Coons up. Both of them have been running very well the last few games, but evidently just not in the game plan tonight for Gehlen Catholic for him to touch the football. He's lined up more as a tight end a lot of times, sometime as a second running back in the backfield, but now he is the tailback for Gehlen Catholic on 2nd and 6 from the 29. Roberts gives right side off the high snap, and Spangler's just barely able to get to the line of scrimmage. They may give up the 40 or the 30-yard line. I think they will. And give him just a yard on the play as he was able to fall forward for a gain of 1. And 3rd down and 5 upcoming for Gehlen Catholic. Again, the running clock is in effect. The Jays have been running the football, obviously, so that hasn't really mattered. But the running clock will stay in effect here until Gehlen Catholic cuts the deficit within 35 points, which they would need to score a touchdown to do so. 3rd down, and we'll say 5 for Gehlen at their own 30-yard line. Roberts the pistol, play action, bootlegs left, chased by Carter Wright, sidesteps him once, and he's sacked. The ball is out. Carter Wright goes to try and pick it up, and Roberts was able to bring it back to his chest while he was on the ground. Brody Bramer, the strip sack, forced the fumble, but Roberts was able to fall back on it to avoid the 5th turnover of the night for Gehlen. It is still a loss of 6 for Jack Roberts. And it'll be 4th down and 11, for Gehlen Catholic.
4th and 11.
So again, like we've talked about, it's been one rough play after another. Gehlen Catholic has been unable to get out of their own way at times here tonight. Of course, it's not just Galen's fault. Woodbury Central's played some outstanding defense. I mean, you really can't fault them for it. Play clock's down to 2, down to 1, and Gehlen will be forced to use a timeout here. With 7:01 to go in the ball game, Gehlen trails Woodbury Central 43-3. Jays have 4th down and 11 coming up in just a moment on KLEM.
Get the winning team on your side with experts at Exit Realty Midwest Lamars. Misty Zeck, Dave Close, Austin Sitzman, Abby Phillips, Jody Adler, Alec Ryken, and Clark Goodchild are ready to help you call the plays when it comes to buying or selling your home. Learn more at ExitRealtyMidwest.com.
Quality Lube of Lamar's is proud of all our Plymouth County athletes. At Quality Lube, they focus on you, the customer, to ensure that they can keep you on the road when you need to be. From diagnostic repair to routine oil changes, Quality Lube can do it all.
When it comes to service, your Lamar's Hy-Vee is #1 for shopping both in-store and online. Save with the Fuel Saver Plus Perks Rewards program at Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
This is Mason Small, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville and Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio is found at KLEM1410.com with a video stream found as well on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. Gehlen Catholic is 4th down and 11, and after nearly taking a delay of game penalty, the Jays will line up to punt this one away. Landon Knight will line it up, and back deep to return is Grayson Lloyd. And the high snap, Knight leaps to field it and gets a high right-footed spiral away. This is a great punt. Lloyd backs up over his shoulder, makes the catch at the 36, runs toward the left sideline 40, 45, and he gets pushed out of bounds near Gehlen's sideline, right near midfield. And we'll see where they officially spot this ball. Woodbury Central will get it at the Gehlen Catholic 49-yard line. A good return there for Grayson Lloyd, and the Jays net just 25 yards on the punt.
49-yard
So the Wildcats will get the ball with 6:40 left to play in the game. Woodbury Central the football following a 3 and out. And the Wildcats, they are going to keep a few starters in there. I guess what the main one is their quarterback. Jackson Verschoor remains in there. But they do have some second stringers in at the wideout and skill positions. So trying to get a number of changes on the formation, and in doing so, they are running some players on late. And Kurt Bramer is checking along the line of players there on the bench and seeing who does he need to get in yet to get them some playing time here in a varsity uniform. First down and 10 here for Woodbury Central at the Gehlen Catholic 49-yard line. As the Wildcats line up, 3 receivers right and 1 to the left of Jackson Verschoor in the shotgun. Wildcats up 43-3. He turns left and gives to the backup running back, and he's able to get a yard. That is Sam Van Donsler to the 48-yard line, a gain of 1. It'll be second down and 9 on the carry by the junior, Van Donsler.
Hunter Wise into the ballgame.
So Woodbury Central making sure everybody that came with pads and helmets wears or plays a game here tonight. And that is always important once you get to a running clock, once you get to a big lead, to make sure you reward your scout guys, reward your JV players that suit up and may not get a chance to see the field. That's something all of the coaches around this area are very good at. Second down and 9 for Woodbury Central as they also take the game clock down a bit. Snap to Verschoor, pitch play left, and Donslar runs up the left seam in between the numbers in the seam, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. They're going to say maybe a yard to the 47-yard line. It is second down and 8 on the 1-yard carry by Van Donsler. Again, Woodbury Central a big lead of 43-3 as they do not pitch a shutout tonight, but after they allowed the only Gehlen points of the night, they have gone on to score 31 unanswered points since, and just a very dominating performance after the fact. Third down and a long 8 for Woodbury Central. They motion a man in the backfield and pitch it to him around the right side. That's Logan Pate trying to turn upfield, and the Jays were able to stop it for a loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage, Nathan Kolbeck, along with Alex Munoz there on the stop. It's a loss of 2. It'll be 4th down and 10. And Woodbury Central will line up with the offense out there. And I think Kurt Bramer is going to take this one all the way down and call timeout prior to this 4th down play. That appears to be his game plan here. And if it changes, we'll tell you. But I think we are going to go into the break with another timeout here for Woodbury Central. 3:35 and counting to go in the ball game. They take the play clock down. And we should be around 3:30 when this timeout is called. And there we go. Timeout on the field, 3:27 to go. Gehlen Catholic trailing Woodbury Central 43-3. We're back after this here on KLEM.
Game on, Lamars. Looking for a winning team for your finances? Join Cent Credit Union. As a member-owned cooperative, Cent is all about you, your goals, your community. Let's score big together. Visit centcu.org today, where your success is our play.
Williams & Company, certified public accountants, congratulates all area athletes in support of excellence, good sportsmanship, and the spirit of teamwork. A proud sports sponsor, Williams & Company, CPAs, your full-service business advisor with a local office in Lamars.
Colbeck Incorporated is proud to support local high school athletics. They encourage you to play hard and play smart and always show good sportsmanship. Best of luck from your friends, Brian, Kevin, and Wayne Colbeck.
This is Jeremy Schindler, head coach for the Gehlen Catholic football team. You're listening to Jays Football on 1410 AM, 96.9 FM, KLEM.
And we welcome you back to Moville, the Woodbury Central High School football field. Daniel Versteg with you on KLEM Lamar's online audio at KLEM1410.com. Video streaming on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel. The Wildcats get this punt away on 4th down. Wyatt Coons backs up to his 12 to run it out. Toward the right seam he goes to the 20 and short of the 25-yard line. Wyatt Coons is brought down at about the 24. And that'll give Gehlen Catholic 1st and 10 with decent field position. Well, the last update we had on homecoming at Jim Lorenzen Field, it was tied at 20 between Lamar's Community and Spencer. Well, we've got some good news for you, as the Bulldogs have now scored 12 unanswered points. They lead Spencer 32-20 in the 4th quarter. 3 minutes to go left with the point after conversion pending. And so that score actually might increase a little bit for the Bulldogs. Jamie Sitzman just ran it in from a few yards out. Gehlen Catholic with the ball at their own 24-yard line, 2:35 to play. Roberts in the pistol. He turns left, gives to Spangler. Has a hole, but he couldn't quite get there in time. He does get a gain up to the 30-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 7 to the 31. Be 2nd down and 3, but an ankle tackle might have saved a massive gain there for Gehlen Catholic.
6, 3rd and 4.
And so it'll be 3rd down and or 2nd down and 3, for Gehlen Catholic at the 31-yard line. And the game clock running down with 2:11 left to play in this ball game. And the Jays have 2nd down and 3. Will end up dropping to 2 and 3 overall. Before they continue district play, here's the hand to Spangler on 2nd and 3. He sheds a tackle in the line of scrimmage, and he's got a 1st down across the 35 to the 37. He's got a pickup of 6, and that moves the chains for a Gehlen Catholic 1st down. Again, you want a little bit of positivity, that's a good way to get it. And put together a nice drive. See what you can do. Game's out of reach, but Jays might be able to try a little something to get them on the right track. 1st down and 10 for Gehlen at their own 37-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Out of the pistol is Jack Roberts. And he takes the snap. Gives left. It's Spangler running up the middle. And he's across the 40 down to the 41-yard line. That is a pickup of 4 for Easton Spangler. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. Game clock is down to 1 minute to play. And Gehlen, understandably so, appears to be letting this one tick down. Don't want to get any guys hurt. District plays coming up again next week. You got to be ready for it because MMCRU will be ready for it. You know that. We'll have the game for you here on KLEM on Friday night next week. 2nd down, about 6 to go. Could be the last play snap for Gehlen Catholic. Snap back to Roberts. He gives out the left side. Spangler fights his way forward to the 45-yard line. That is a good, hard run, even with the game out of reach. It's a pickup of 4 for Spangler. And it looks like that will put an end to this ball game unless Gehlen feels the need to snap it one more time, which it does not appear they are in any hurry to. So this ball game concludes with Woodbury Central a victor over Gehlen Catholic by the final score of 43-3. Woodbury Central concludes their non-district schedule undefeated. They are 5-0 on the year and will continue their domination of Class A District 8 next week on the road at Akron Westfield, looking to get to 4-0 in district play. Gehlen Catholic drops below 500. The Jays are 2-3 overall and are sitting 2-1 in district competition when they resume action at home against MMCRU next week. We'll take a break. Post-game coverage is coming your way. A recap of the contest, some scores around the area. We'll try and get you as well, and we'll say goodnight here from Moville. Just a moment. Gehlen Catholic falls to Woodbury Central 43-3. Back with post-game coverage in just a minute here on KLEM.
Lamar's Community Athletic Boosters are proud supporters of this broadcast. Hard work and determination are vital to the success of our area athletics. The Lamar's Community Athletic Boosters are proud to stand behind our athletes and coaches as they work toward success on the field and in the classroom.
At American Bank, we believe in offering you what you want in a bank. Free checking, free debit and ATM cards, extended lobby and drive-up hours, competitive loans and deposit rates, online and mobile banking with bill payment and mobile deposit services. American Bank, achieving success together for over 130 years.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Julie Hurt with Century 21 ProLink in Lamar's, your local real estate expert dedicated to results. Whether buying or selling a home, call me, Julie Hurt, with Century 21 ProLink in Lamar's at 540-7757. That's 540-7757.
Hey, Bobby Blazer, how long you been waiting in that line? Head over with me to Easy Clean Car Wash. They're going to get you in and out in no time and make that black coat of yours look like $1,000,000.
Say, thanks there, Mickey Mustang. I've been out four-wheeling and I got lots of mud and stuff in my wheel wells and other places as well.
Bobby, didn't Libby Lexus tell you that Easy Clean Car Wash will pre-spray those hard-to-reach places, give you a quick massage, and make you feel and look like a whole new truck?
So that's what Libby Lexus has been up to. You know, Mickey, she's looking fine.
Easy Clean Car Wash on 12th Street, east of Hy-Vee in Lamar.
Lamar's Agri Center, your local source for top-performing Kent feed products, bulk grass seed, bulk bird seed, lawn care essentials, dust control solutions, and much more, all accompanied with exceptional service. The Lamar's Agri Center, your source for everything that grows.
Advanced Eye Healthcare, Dr. Becky DeRuyter knows all of our student athletes need to keep their eye on the ball. Make sure with an eye exam at Advanced Eye Healthcare at Walmart Vision Center in Lamar's. Dr. Becky DeRuyter.
A home is a safe place to be, a roof over your head, and four walls to keep out the heat and cold. It's a child's laughter, a mother's song, and a father's strength. It's where we go for comfort and to share joy. It's your first school and your first church. It's where memories are shared. Hi, this is Julie Hurt, your Century 21 ProLink real estate agent. Whatever a home means to you, I am here to help you find the home you are looking for. Call 540-7757 and let me, Julie Hurt, help you make a house your new home.
Lamar's Physical Therapy wants to wish our student athletes a successful and injury-free season. But if injury occurs, our therapists are here to get you back into the game. No doctor referral needed. Call us at 546-1718. Lamar's Physical Therapy, your hometown therapy provider.
At Roosters Harley-Davidson in Sioux City, you can find your perfect ride with bikes, gear, and service you can trust. Find them online at roostersh-d.com or stop by Roosters Harley-Davidson today, where your next ride is waiting. Every day is game day when you feel your best. At Game Day Men's Health in Dakota Dunes, they help you boost energy, build muscle, and reclaim your edge. Get your testosterone checked today and visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com for more.
This is Dan Lehman, and you're listening to Jays Football on KLEM.
We welcome you back to Moville and Woodbury Central High School as Gehlen Catholic falls on the road in non-district action to the number 6 ranked team in the state. Woodbury Central gets the Jays by a final margin of 43-3. So Gehlen Catholic will drop to 2-3 on the season, continuing district play at home against MMCRU on Friday night. Woodbury Central, meanwhile, they return to action in Plymouth County against Akron Westfield coming up on Friday night. Speaking of Akron Westfield, they trail IKM Manning 35-8 with one play left to go on the road there at IKM Manning. We'll run down some of the scores that we can tell you about anyway. Some games are still going to be going on throughout our post-game show, but while those games are still wrapping up, let's give you the rundown of this ball game. It was 29-3 going into the halftime break. I miscalculated initially when I said that the Wildcats only scored 17 points in the second quarter. They ended up actually scoring 23 points in the second quarter, and that ended up being the ultimate momentum swing in favor of Woodbury Central. Let's see, Woodbury Central would add another score in there, and they did so in the third quarter with an Abe McGill touchdown run. That was his third rushing score of the ball game. Jackson Verschoor tacked one on in the fourth quarter to turn the running clock on, and that was able to put the game away for good at that point. 43-3 the final score. Some of the offensive numbers, Gehlen Catholic unofficially tallies just 27 yards of offense here tonight. They end up finishing with 80 yards rushing and just 7 yards passing. They completed just one pass tonight out of a total of 11, unofficially, a total of 11 attempts here this evening. So, again, it was just a big struggle, and you can understand why. This Woodbury Central defense is extremely talented, and they put that on display here this evening with 4 total interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. And anytime you can force 4 turnovers, you're going to be sitting in a pretty good spot. Woodbury Central did that tonight, and the Wildcats certainly benefited from it in a big way. So again, the final score here tonight, it was Woodbury Central 43 and Gehlen Catholic 3. Some of the offensive numbers for Woodbury Central really quickly as well. They end up finishing unofficially with 294 yards of offense, 132 on the ground, 162 passing. Abe McGill ran it unofficially 23 times for 85 yards and 3 scores. Jackson Verschoor ran it 6 times for 26 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also threw the ball for 162 yards through the air and completed a touchdown pass. That one ended up going Jaden Lloyd. Excuse me. No, it was Grayson Lloyd. I had it right the first time. Grayson Lloyd had 3 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Lloyd was his favorite target, though, with 5 catches for 71 yards on the night. Carson Coulter had 2 nice catches for a total of 38 yards. And that was the extent of a very nice night for Woodbury Central offensively as the Wildcats win this one 43-3. This 6th-ranked Woodbury Central football team looks poised for another deep playoff run. They are 5-0 on the year. The rest of their schedule in district play looks like this. They head to Akron to take on Akron Westfield on Friday night next week. They host Logan Magnolia for their home finale in 2 weeks. And then they head to Council Bluffs to finish the regular season when they take on St. Albert. Gehlen Catholic will continue district play next week at home against 3rd-ranked MMCRU. That is a rare home game that will bring you here on KLEM Radio, with Lamar's Community playing on the road on Thursday night against Sioux City West. So the Jays have back-to-back nights against ranked teams in Class A. Going to be a tough one. MMCRU had a big win tonight as well against Sibley Ocheyedan. Jays will be at South O'Brien. That's a game we'll also have here on KLEM. And then they host West Sioux coming up on Friday night in 3 weeks, October 17th. So big games here for Gehlen Catholic. They are 2-1 in the district. And if everything were to be over with at this point, based on where some of the scores were at halftime, Galen's still into the playoffs and actually still tied for 3rd in the playoff race. Actually in sole possession of 3rd, technically, with Sibley Ocheyedan losing tonight. So the Jays are sitting in a decent spot, having a half-game lead on that 4th spot in the playoffs. But the Jays still with a ton of work to do, some great teams to play that will count toward the district standings. Again, your final score here tonight, it was Woodbury Central 43, Gehlen Catholic 3. Let's see if we can track down some scores involving Plymouth County teams around northwest Iowa here tonight. A lot of big games in action around the area, and we will start with another contest out of Class A District 1. 3rd-ranked MMCRU makes quick work of Sibley Ocheyedan tonight. The Royals defeat the Generals 28-0. How about MMCRU's incredible season? They are 5-0 overall, 3-0 in the district. We'll go to Class A District 8, where Akron Westfield picked up their first district loss of the year against IKM Manning, a 35-8 loss to the IKM Manning Wolves. Akron Westfield loses out of the ranks of unbeatens in district play in Class A District 8. Hinton on the road against West Lyon, and the Wildcats pick up a big 48-7 win there over Hinton, and things just went final at Jim Lorenzen Field with Lamar's Community starting district playoff 1-0 with a 33-20 win over the Spencer Tigers, scoring 2 unanswered touchdowns late in that ball game. The only game we don't have final yet, and it has been a thrilling offensive performance in Newell tonight as the Kingsley Pearson Panthers lead Newell Fonda 79-26. That game is late in the second half. KP is putting on a clinic. I cannot wait to talk with Travis Newman on the KLEM Coaches Corner tomorrow morning. Sure, he'll have a lot of good things to say, although knowing him as a football coach, he'll probably brush past the 79 points and say, well, we gave up 26. I mean, goodness gracious, our defense needs to work on things. So we'll have all those conversations for you tomorrow morning at 8:05 on the KLEM Coaches Corner. Until then, we'll say so long. For Nick Gengler running our video stream on the KLEM Radio YouTube channel, I'm Daniel Versteg. You've been listening to Gehlen Catholic Football, 43-3 loss to Woodbury Central tonight, right here on KLEM Lamar's. Good evening, everyone.
This is 1410 KLEM Lamar's and on 96.9 FM.